Yes, yes, people. Welcome to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by my regular fellow co-host, my young OG, the young Don, gang shit, as he says. Man like
Bro,
Harris, what you telling me, fam? You good?
bro, come on, gang shit, my people, Hanji. You know what's going on in that, bro. It's all mad out here in the dunya. It's peng weather still, like it's the weather's peng and that. But Man United ain't looking peng, bro. It's looking real dusty out here, fam.
Yeah, it is looking very peak for Manchester United, and we will get
Man, like
over that.
Harry Winks, Brexit FC, fuck all of that, bro. I'm pissed off, Harry
we
Winks.
go, we
Harry
gonna get
Winks.
to that, fam.
I
We're gonna
told you
get to that.
this is why I want England to get knocked out in the group stages, but I hope they get knocked out as well.
Oh my God, we gonna get to that. But before we get on to that, first and foremost, people, if you're watching, if you're new, the ManDem United podcast is a podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So if you're watching on the Twitter right now via my Periscope, please make sure you hit the retweet button and hit the like button. Make sure you do that. Follow myself, follow Harris, and follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitter. We're all tagged in the tweet. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow and subscribe to us on Twitch. It's Sarcasm City TV on there. The link is underneath this YouTube video. And equally important as well, make sure you hit the like button on the YouTube, people. Hit the like button, share it across all the socials, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And when you do, hit the notification bell. And it's road to 3K for us. But I got to introduce this very, very special guest. Very special guest. He's making his debut on the channel. You know what I'm saying? His debut, not just his debut on ManDem United, his debut on Sarcasm City TV. The guy who sees numbers in his sleep. You get what I'm saying? And that the guy I call, you get me? Stratman BAINS. You get what I'm saying? BAINS St. Patrick. You know what I'm saying? And that he's out here, like I said, sees numbers in his sleep. Nangelsman FC CEO, chairman, founder. Also, Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, founder, CEO, you know what I'm saying? Mr. GNA himself. Man, like STATMAN BAINS. What are you telling me?
What I'm saying, I've left Bruno FC after that performance in the Europa League final. I said in the chat, remember that Bruno video of him crying? Nah, that was too much for me.
No, you know what it was? It's not even that video of him crying. It's when he put a compilation up, of we lose and we win.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And it was like, all the old Man United teams winning trophies. Bruv, you've come here and won no trophies and you want to post that? Go fuck yourself, fam. I got pissed off when I saw that as well.
So
that's the mentality of the team.
Harris.
That's actually the mentality of the team. You know what? Instead of like, they always do these shitty messages, instead of winning trophies, like, even though people say I'm harsh on Bruno, fuck it. I'm gonna be harsh because I got high standards, You see, when you put up a compilation like that to get all the fans gassed, I know the Glazers were on their PR thing, but I didn't know this guy was on his PR thing. That's what pisses me off even more. I thought this guy had something about him, and he posted a losing compilation with other people winning a trophy. You walked past the trophy. That man actually held the thing, and you man are proud about that. Fuck all. Nah, that pissed me off, bro. Like, I actually rated the guy as well. When he first joined, I was like, fuck, this guy's got something. But when you post a compilation, like, nah, that's the final straw for me. And if he does that in another final, I've had enough. I've had enough of this guy. If he does that, if he does it again, I'll be fuming.
Get off your chest, Harris, innit? That's what Sarcasm City TV and ManDem United is about. It's for people to get things off their chest. And this is a safe space, so you can get everything off your chest. But STATMAN BAINS, obviously, big debut on the channel. I told you, I would get him on the channel at some point soon. And here he is. We're going to make sure this is a more regular thing. He's also starting his own channel. I'm not sure if he will be going live on there, but obviously I'll be posting up content, and you can catch us both on the Red Talk as well. But yo, STATMAN, man, welcome to the channel. First and foremost, I have to say. And second, so right, you're just gonna leave Bruno after one performance. You was Bruno FC founder. You get what I'm saying? Head honcho. You know what I'm saying? CEO.
You see the Europa League final. The Europa League final hurt. So I just had to say it. I don't know why my series on right now. I don't know. How do I get rid of this? Bro, I can't even hear anything. My series done. I don't know why that was on, but all I'm saying, I don't know what I can like. That Bruno performance here was just shocking. Like, I always say this, in the big games, you want your big players to perform. Bruno Fernandes was compared to Eric Cantona. I want him to perform, and he did it. Paul Pogba, the same thing. You should have performed that game. You're telling me Scott McTominay played better in the second half than you. That's disgraceful in itself. And I don't even rate Scott McTominay like that, but Scott McTominay was one of the better players, and that says a lot. Even Cavani, he got the goal, but other than that, did he really do anything? The answer was no. He gave away the foul for the free kick as well. Lindelof, you're a more experienced centre back. Did you do anything were you at fault for the goal? Yes, you were.
Yes.
The entire team was just shocking. And then we have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You wanted to go to penalties, and you still didn't bring on Dean Henderson, who can actually save penalties, and you keep on David De Gea. Where's the logic in that?
Mm-hmm. What?
You know where the logic is, Statman? He's our pussy. Like, he's actually a pussy, bro. Like, he's not gonna bring him on in it. Yeah, man's got his favorites, plays his favorites every week. Yeah, when you got a manager like that, bro, you know, I actually think if Oli tried to ask Bruno to like be on the bench, he'd shit his pants. That's how much of a pussy he is, bro. Like, generally, when you're going out playing Marcus Rashford, yeah, who was playing like he was playing probably worse than, like, bro, he was playing so shit, yeah, and you still keep him on. It tells you everything about the manager, fam, and it tells you everything about the football club, and it tells you everything about how much of a prick this guy is. Because we lost the final, yeah, and man thought, you know why he keeps Rashford on? Because he'll bang a goal out of nowhere. But he couldn't do that this time, yeah. And when you play man injured, Oli plays for his job, people. That's why he needs his best players on the pitch. Have you seen certain managers can get away with playing some shit-ass squads and still win matches? Not with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bruv. And they say he's a young manager, bruv. You've been managing for 10 years. You got to have something about you. Nah, he don't have none of that. And that's the problem at the end of the day, innit? But go on, Statman.
Yeah, I was just going to say, even on Oli, you waited 100 minutes to make a sub and you made the wrong sub. Like, everything was just a joke. And in the final, remember how many times I said it? That front four, Cavani, Rashford, Greenwood, and Bruno Fernandes don't work because they're all goal scoring. The first thought is always score goals. We see it inside forwards. Cavani don't work, and in the Europa League final, you change it and move Pogba to DM. You're stupid for that. Why would you change it in the biggest game of your career? You're never gonna have a bigger game in your career. You'll never get into a European final again, and that's a fact.
He won't. And you know what the worst thing is, Flawless? It's like he came to that game high. It's like he actually like rolled up a zoo and came to that game high. Because it's like, how on earth it takes you 100 minutes to make a sub? How you bring on Pogba for Dan James? Like, you know, I can imagine people making these troll comments like, oh, imagine you bring Pogba on for Dan James, like, before the game. And he actually makes the impossible possible because he's an idiot.
He makes the impossible possible. This wasn't a plan, people. We weren't going to start on the Europa League final, but this is the beauty of ManDem United.
I don't know how we got to this.
TV. This is, you never know where the conversation is going to go, because you wanted to get me, you're still angry about the final. And obviously I was on the Red Talk with you, and I know how angry you was, Statman, and how much you want us to win a trophy and how much it upset you. Like you said, you even jumped off the Bruno FC hype, which was you're the founder and you left it. Like I said,
even then, yeah. Go on. Even then, with all the Bruno Fernandes gas, all he did say he was overrated, because United fans were putting him in the Ballon d'Or conversation. He was never in the Ballon d'Or conversation.
They
that
were
was
begging
ridiculous
it,
in itself.
I swear down, these men were begging it. Bruno for Ballon d'Or. What's he done apart from get a couple goals and that, bro? Man's doing the Westbrook thing. Like, no, fam, it doesn't work.
For me, I always said this: like, if you're gonna play Bruno, play him in the number 8. That's where he's been played under Carlos Carvalho, former Sporting Lisbon manager, said he's a number 8. He has number 8 tattooed on his arm. He plays number 8 for Portugal. Play him there. You brought him in as a number 10, and let's be honest here. Don't get me wrong. I think he's created the most big chances in the league. Yeah, but even then, 20 big chances in like 3,000 minutes compared to Kevin De Bruyne. He's created 19 in 2000. He's not an unbelievable creator like that. His creative numbers may be decent, but he's not an unbelievable creator.
Ooh, look at Statman dropping the numbers. Big up to everyone in the comments. Go on, Harris.
You know what all these Oli in pagans will say? Like, what Statman just said, like, oh, I'm playing number 8. They'll be like, why would you play? Because someone legit said this to me. Why would you play your most creative player deeper? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But I don't agree that he's the most creative player. I think factually and statistically he is. But the qualitative data says no, bruv. You know what I'm trying to say? He's not the most creative player. Like, I don't know how he gets these stats as well for the most chances created, bruv. But like, he takes corners and that. But I generally believe someone like Paul Pogba is more creative than this brother. This brother, his first instinct is to score, bruv. That's not a creator, in my opinion. That's not like a Mesut Ozil, bruv, or a De Bruyne.
What can be misleading though about that chances created stat is if we're playing football and I pass you the ball, Harris, and you're on the halfway line and you're 40 yards out and you take a shot, that's classed as a chance created.
And that's not a chance. And with Bruno, everything comes from Bruno, innit?
Yeah.
Like most of our attacks come from Bruno. So obviously your numbers are just going to be mad inflated straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly,
100%,
bro.
100%. And Mesway here says it. I will get through all the comments. Big up to everyone. Make sure you get the likes up as well, whether you're watching it live or watching it back. Marlon said, yo, he said, big up everyone. Mesway says, big up to you. Mesway says, no way, Statman is coming on. Yes, he's there live in the flesh and that. It's not a hologram. You know what I'm saying? He's there live and in the flesh on the show and that. Get me, Harris with the gains. Harris, we see those arms.
Nah,
we see
bro,
those
I need
arms.
to
G
lose
gang
weight
shit. Let's
still,
go,
bro.
man.
Nah,
Man, you getting henchmen. You getting shape for someone for the gear them sugar. We see you, Harry Winks. We're gonna get into that. Big up to Ryan. He says, big up, big bro, flawless, and my bro Harris. Big up,
Ryan,
big up to Ryan every time. Big up to him. We don't want to see this. Imagine Winks and McTominay in a double pivot, ultimate passion. We're gonna get to that. See, you getting compliments. Harris's beard looking on point, my guy.
Ryan.
Malcolm says, big up the ManDem. Zayn is saying, big up Nanglesman, man like Statman BAINS. Mesway says, big up Statman in his debut, aka Nanglesman FC. You know what I'm saying? Big up Statman.
That's
BAINS,
one FC I'll never leave.
Himself. Yeah, no. Oh, is it though? Okay.
Well, what if he gets outside the top 6 with Bayern? Are you telling me
He's
you
not.
wouldn't leave
He's
him?
not.
But if it hypothetically,
listen, hypothetically, he's not. Realistically, he's not. It's not happening.
If he don't win the league with Bayern next year, you're done out. I'm telling you.
I know I am, and that's why he's gonna win it. He ain't disappoint me.
Oh, geez. Wesley says, what an introduction, flawless. Yeah, man, I have to give Statman the correct introduction as I do all the special guests on here. Man, like Statram Glazer. Yeah, that's never going to be
still coming for me for
that. Statman rep in Spain. Yo, Statman tell these two guys about how good Graham Potter is. I know you appreciate it.
He needs to go Tottenham.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to find out. Bullet M says, G, Statman out here. Shout out to Flawless and Harris. Let's go. Zayn saying, what a debut from Statman BAINS. Finished Bruno. Thought this day would never come. Yeah, man, Statman really started and finished Bruno FC. He really didn't. That man just left it to burn. You know what I'm saying? Mesway saying, I'm so happy that Statman has met Harris. Yeah, 100%, man. When I was putting the show together, I was like, these two are going to mesh well. I already knew that. Mesway also saying, oh, yeah, I forget people compared Bruno to Cantona. Yeah, 100%.
But Flawless, you know these comparisons, yeah? It's like someone gets high and then says these. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, when people say these things from?
No, for people, so you get younger people saying it who don't understand what Cantona did for Manchester United. Like the certain people, like even I'm not old enough to fully remember because I'm a 90s baby. So when Cantona came in, I'm a baby, I'm a kid, so I don't fully understand it. But if you talk to anyone who's an 80s baby or younger, they'll fully explain to you what Cantona did. Like we talk a lot. The reason why I rate Poch highly because I always mention about him elevating clubs. He elevated Southampton from a relegation team to strong mid-table. He elevated Spurs from chasing top 4 to being solidified top 4.
He made them relevant.
He made them relevant. What Cantona did for Manchester United, for those that don't know, he's ended a 27-year like goal drought. And that United team was talented as well. You know what I'm saying? And that extremely talented.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Cantona not win that 4 league titles in 5 years or something?
He won 4 league titles.
The one title that United didn't win was when he was suspended or something.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Flawless. You know what other comparison it is? Yeah, it's like Rashford and Ronaldo. I saw someone doing the goals thing, and I was like, no, it's not. He's not cutting it. He's not Ronaldo, bruv. Like there was some stat like age 23. Like or something, they had the same amount of goals or something like that, and it's just like no, bro. Like Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or, Rashford couldn't win the Europa League with Man United. Like he done in 2017.
Again, no, that's people just reaching and I get it for a certain extent. People are just hoping that Bruno can have an impact of Cantona or Ronaldo. The reason why I hold those two players in such high self-esteem, not only was it their team, like individually they were the best player. They took your team over the top. There's so many clutch moments that Cantona had. The amount of games Manchester United won 1-0 and Cantona was the scorer. The amount of games that Ronaldo had a man in a match or scored the winning goal during that period. And we won big trophies. It's all well and good scoring plenty. Van Nistelrooy did that. I say this all the time. Van Nistelrooy is one of the best strikers I've ever seen at Manchester United. One of the best strikers. I think his goals to games ratio under Fergie is the best. I think it's better than Cantona's, it's better than Cole's, it's better than everyone's. But at the end of the day, what did we win? When he left, we won everything. And that's not a shot at Van Nistelrooy. Sometimes players don't fit. And when he left, look what we did. We three-peated, won the Champions League, won the FA Cup, won everything. So it's kind of like people just put that on Bruno because I think they want him to be that. But it's like he's not that yet. Could he get us over the line? Who knows? Currently, he hasn't. And that's not a shot at Bruno because there's other factors that go into that. You got the manager, you got the rest of the team, you got the ownership, which we'll get onto as well. So that's how I look at it. Big up Kenton, who says, big up Flawless and the panel. Trinidad locked in every time. GLAZERS out. Ollie the F out. He's saying also, Advanced App if he says, man, I'm expecting too much from Bruno. There's only so much you can do with dead ballers, especially on the wing. The thing is, our attack is good though. This is Bruno. I think Bruno, the problem is you have some of our fan base who overrate him, and then that causes some of our fan base to overly criticize him. Because I don't think he's as good as some of our fan base make out, but I think he's nowhere near as bad as some of our fan base.
You got to find a middle ground in it, and the middle ground.
There's got to be middle ground.
And the middle ground is not cutting the mustard, bro. That's what the middle ground is, because it's like, you know, that I always say this in it. Where were you when the dogs needed help? Like the future tune in it. Yeah, that's Bruno, bro. When we needed help, and everyone, bro, I saw this one stat of Rashford and Bruno carrying our back all season. Yeah, man. But in the business end of the season, they weren't there. Yeah, and that's what matters the most. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I get you get goals halfway through the season, and it's a beautiful thing. But it's like, did they amount to anything? Yeah, they have to contribute to something. Like, this is the thing that pisses me off, because people say, oh yeah, like, you're too harsh on Bruno. What's he supposed to do? This and that. Yeah, but it's like Bruno's games have, like, they act like, yeah, Bruno's playing at his best and he's got no limitations in his game, and
yeah,
that's what they act. But it's not the case. This brother's got so many limitations in his game, and he's playing shit, and they still defend it, bro. Like, one time I saw on Twitter, can't wait to see Bruno Fernandes ball on Sunday. For what, bro? It's fucking shit. He's not an Ozil type player who will entertain you, bro. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? He'll score a goal. What it is with Bruno is, you know, when someone helps you out in a really, really dark time of your life, innit? That's where Man United were at. We were so low, bro. You know, we were down bad. Remember last season, we lost to Burnley 2-0. Brother came in and kind of revitalized the season. Yeah, I said for that season he done good, because our objective was top 4. But then you have to build every season. I said the objective was top 4 and a trophy. He didn't meet that objective, so that's why I give him criticism. Yeah, every season a player raises their standards. When Greenwood scored that many goals in the 2019-20 season, I thought you'd do the same and get even more. But he didn't get the same level of goals. Obviously, he had his problems and that, like personal health, mental health problems and that. But like that's guaranteed, isn't it? But it's like, look at Martial. I rate Martial highly, but the standards he set from last season, he's achieved way below than that. Because I know Martial's been playing well, but he was actually getting the output as well. I want both things from him.
Yeah, 100%. Because Advanced App, if you hear, says De Bruyne is surrounded by Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Fernandinho, pure tech, even Kyle Walker is 3 times more technical than Wan-Bissaka. The thing is, though, yes, City, De Bruyne is playing in a better team, but that doesn't mean we can't get more from Bruno in certain games. Like Statman touched on it against Villarreal. We need more from him. You're a big game player. I'm a big fan of Bruno. I do rate Bruno, but we need more from him that game. Pogba was good in the second half, was very poor in the second half. We need more from him in that second half. Cavani, we needed more from. Rashford was awful. Like, all of these players, I put players on a pedestal when they perform at big moments in the most precious situations, because that's what wins you trophies. That's why there's certain players, if you look at Liverpool, that's why Salah and Mane and Firmino and that old, like, them man performed at the highest level. Them man made Manchester United. Them man made Liverpool win a Premier League and a Champions League in back-to-back seasons. There's a reason for that. Same way with Manchester City. The reason why you're talking up De Bruyne there is because De Bruyne is delivered for Manchester City. They've won 3 league titles in 4 years or 4 in 5 years. And they've won trophies. So that's how I look at it. Yes, De Bruyne is surrounded by better players. No one's disputing that, but you can still expect more from Bruno Fernandes, 100%. We're talking about Cantona. Cantona went into a team that hadn't won anything. Yes, it was talented. Don't get it wrong. The team was extremely talented, but he was the talisman for it. So if we're comparing Bruno to Cantona, that's where it's unfair. Don't compare anyone to Cantona. That's very unfair. That's very unfair.
With Bruno, just comparing to Jack Grealish, when things are not going well for Jack Grealish, what does he do? He goes deep, collects the ball, and tries taking players on. Bruno Fernandes can't do that. You saw it against Villarreal. The guy was so high up. If Bruno Fernandes actually played as a number 8 kind of thing, went a bit deeper to collect the ball, and then tried doing something, then I would have been like, yeah, at least you tried something. But you were basically playing as a second striker that game, which is why I'm like, what are you doing? But at the same time, what I always say, Ollie, you're the manager, you can see this from the sideline. What are you telling them? And the answer is nothing, clearly.
That is facts. Lion Sniper says all-star lineup, big up the panel. Yeah, man, we trying. Timothy Lee says Rashford is overrated. I wouldn't agree. I would agree. Doesn't contribute to overall play, mostly contributes moments of brilliance. But that's what we rely on as Manchester United. I call us individual brilliance FC for a reason.
But you know what? I said this to you, Flawless, but like time back, Flawless. I said, you know what is? You'll get shown up if you carry on playing shit. And you know how people were like, I don't know why football fans think, because I hate when they say this about Bruno and Rashford. Even when they play shit, they still get a goal or an assist. Like, why are you praising that? You know what I'm trying to say, bruv? Like, why do these men like, what's his face? Why do these men praise that? Like, bro, if a player's playing shit, criticize them. Just because they get a goal or assist, don't give them the let them off the hook, bro. Because that's how we lower everything, lower every standard. But if they play this shit, you criticize them to the limit, yeah. And this brother, bruv, man says I'm trying to still get a bruv. You
big
know
up my guy Dan Silly, man, and that, and he's Asian as well.
Is he actually?
Yeah, he's Asian. Yeah.
Dan's actually Asian.
Yeah. He is. Yeah.
I actually didn't know that, bruv.
Yeah, I was shocked as well. I just presumed he was mixed race, and I just presumed he was black and white. You know what I'm saying? But big up my guy Dan. He also says big up the ManDem.
Wait, raw, bruv. Yeah. Dan's actually Asian. This whole time, bruv, I didn't even clock that.
I didn't know either. You know what I'm saying?
Man didn't even know.
You know, got blessed with the beards and that. How's my beard the worst hair and I'm the oldest there? Mad. You know what I'm saying? But we move in that. We move. Big up to everyone that's locked. Hey, get the likes up, man. We got over 40 people watching across all platforms. So make sure you get the likes up, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow Harris. Make sure across all his platforms. Follow Statman BAINS across all his platforms and subscribe to his channel as well. It's Statman BAINS, isn't it? That's the name of your channel.
Yeah.
Just type in Statman BAINS and you will find it. But yeah, we didn't even mean to start here 20 minutes in, and we wasn't supposed to start on Bruno and the final, etc. But that's the way it goes and that. And we'll get to this. Statman, I see you representing Spain for the Euros. That's what I like to see. Are you representing Spain?
I'm representing no one. Okay. Jack Grealish, I want Jack Grealish to perform. Pogba, Benzema, you do your thing. I'll support the winner. That's all I'm saying. Because I'll be honest, you see international football, I just can't be asked with international football. Just get the international break, or not even the break, tournament over. Let's get back to Man United.
No, I get your point. Like, I enjoy the tournaments. I don't like the friendlies and all the extra stuff or the qualifiers, but the actual tournament I like as spectacles because I can just watch as a neutral and in peace, and I'm under no pressure whatsoever.
The only thing I like about tournaments is because there's gonna be games 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Yeah. That's brilliant. 3 games in one day, like you're gonna be occupied.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
100%.
true. That's true.
100%. And then you got Copa America backing that up if it goes ahead. NBA playoffs again, be going on as well. So there's just so much
NBA
sport.
Playoffs are lit, bro. Right
Yeah,
now,
yeah, man, that's what we did last night. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
and we gonna continue.
To all you man watching, jump onto that late night, bro, because they get hella active, bro. These playoff things, but
yeah, we just be running, just running jokes, running bants and that, running agendas, saying you know all about man like Statman BAINS. You get what I'm saying? That.
Shameless Statman.
You are shameless BAINS, you know, for real. I don't know where you got this attitude and behavior from, but it's mad.
From you, I said it up there from you.
This guy.
Listen, everyone knows. People in the comments, tell me Flawless ain't the most shameless person in the world. I've showed Flawless the voice notes beforehand. When PSG beat Bayern Munich, he was the most shameless person in the world here, and he thinks he ain't gonna come back to bite him. He thinks I don't keep the receipts.
I was just making sure, you just knew what Poch did to get me to Munich, innit? You know what I'm saying? And that man knocked out the champions, innit? Like,
and now I'm making sure you know that Pochettino also didn't win the league.
He didn't win the league, that's true, but he won a double, so we'll take that. You know what I'm saying? And that man won a double. Yeah, coveted double and that. Man won the Coupe de France.
About the double, man.
Yeah, that's a great double, fam. Strong double, Coupe de France. You know what I'm saying? And that's what man won. The most coveted domestic European club trophy in Europe and that.
When Arsenal wins the Bundesliga next year, watch me be so shameless.
As you should, innit? That's his first trophy, so he should be. You know what I'm saying? And that he better win it though. He better win it. And you know what's gonna happen actually? You know how the YouTube world works in football. They're gonna play each other again in the Champions League. It's gonna be
gonna win.
Yeah. See, look, YG Jazz here says it and that. Look, Statman's shameless behavior on the same level as
exactly. So I learned it from Flawless.
Don't blame this guy. I'm saying Flawless, Mr. Steal your gal shameless. I don't steal nobody's gal. I don't steal nobody's gal. I don't know where you got that. Flawless is hella shameless as bad. Flawless is as shameless as bad as Lewis. Nah. Lewis is the guy. He's the number one. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like top 10. You get me? You got Lewis, and then like expressions in there. You get me? You got like Rance is in there, Statman, he makes it into the top 5 in it. I'm like top 10, you get what I'm saying? I'm like 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? Ryan's definitely in there as well. Look at him live. Flawless is the most famous person I've ever met. Ryan is 100% in there, him and his agendas. But yeah, yo, Harris, where was all this Liverpool Europa League settings?
Listen to me, bruv. I don't know what you're talking about, Ryan, because I never said that, yeah? You know, it doesn't exist. There's no evidence of me saying that, yeah? And even if you pull up tweets, I never tweeted them, so you can't quote me on that.
There we go. There you go, innit? Coupe de France. See, Coupe de France up there with the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying?
And the Bundesliga is up there with the Champions League. If we're doing this silly comparison.
No. It's not. How you gonna compare a league to a cup competition? Fam? You gotta compare cup to leagues to league. Look at this guy, yo. Look at this guy. But yeah, we will get to the title of the video, people. It is fan forum nonsense. It still glazes out. I don't care about no fan forum nonsense because the Glazers put together this fan forum, which I'm going to read out like the information from, but it still glazes out. And that is one thing Manchester United fans are all combined on. Like, I haven't met a Manchester United fan who's glazes in. It doesn't matter if you're Ollie in or Ollie out, whether you want Pogba to stay or Pogba to leave, whether you think Bruno's good enough or he's not good enough. Everybody is glazes out, and we need to continue to push this regardless. Even if United have a 12 out of 10 window, we could have a 20 out of 10 window. And we could sign a centre-back, a holding midfielder, a right winger, a striker, a world-class goalkeeper, another right-back, another 10. Get a new manager. I don't care in it. These men have to go. Like, it's gone too far. So that's why I said fan, because the way they put together this fan forum nonsense is like, we don't want to hear from you. We just want you to, I keep saying this, I don't want to hear from you. I just want you to do the business. I don't hear from Manchester City's owners. I rarely hear from them. If I walk past one of them in the street tomorrow, I wouldn't know who they are because they show by actions and deeds, not words and lip service. Stop talking. I don't want to hear what you've got to say in that. Actions and deeds. Them man back Pep fully. Whatever Pep needs, he gets. Roman Abramovich has not even been in the country, but yet still backs Chelsea fully. He backed Frank Lampard and backed him fully in the transfer window. He got quality players. He wasn't good enough, sacked him, got Tuchel in, and then man won the Champions League and that. And you could argue our favorites or second favorites for the Premier League next season, and there'll be there'll be strong favorites for the Champions League again, as well as the domestic cup competitions, and they will go again in it. I'm sick of words and actions and deeds and that. Like, yo, I mean, I'm sick of just words and lip service. Like, I don't need to be hearing that. You know what I'm saying? But Statman, we'll go to you. Thoughts on the daft question, but thoughts on the Glazers and that. You know what I'm saying?
All that fan forum stuff was just PR. Like, they just had to say it just to please the fans. That's all it was. Actions speak louder than words. Let's see what they do this summer. Because let's be honest, even like if we're looking at the last couple of days, we've seen stuff about like the floodlight stuff, about news about United, the owners are going to fix the floodlights. So why do we need to know that? You should be doing that anyway. That's just down to PR. They want to act like they're doing something right now, and that's all it is.
Yeah, 100%. Because I'm here reading it. So it says here, 1 second. Manchester United co-chairman Joe Glazer broke on their 16-year silence. The fact it took this man 16 years to chat to us, you know, and you think we want to hear what you have to say in that 16 years after all this nonsense you've been doing.
And even you see the fan forum stuff. I think Chelsea done something like that as well, innit? Where Chelsea was like they're gonna work with the fans or something. I think other clubs I think a couple other clubs have done that. And United have kind of been like, yeah, we'll do the same, innit, just to please the fans. That's all it is.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, it says broke on their 16-year silence on his family ownership of the club and told the fans forum meeting he wanted to win every competition we compete in. Glazer vowed to make interaction with supporters a priority in the wake of United's involvement in the European Super League. He revealed an intention to form a fan advisory board to consult with the club's senior leadership and owners. It's hoped significant progress will be made for the club next season. So they've only done this, like you said, PR Statman, number one, and number two, because of the European Super League, because you got caught. Because if we would have went along with the European Super League, they would have been happy. They would have been fine for us to continue. Yeah, go on, Statman.
And another thing is, the fans they're working with is supposedly that Must organization, innit? And I think I sent it the other day in the chat where they were like, Must apparently are working with the Glazers in terms of funding them or something. So they're corrupt in itself. Must do not represent the fan base.
Go on, Harris. Sorry, go on, Statman. I didn't know you was finished.
I've always said this. Yeah, for me, like you see these meetings, they have to be streamed to the entire United fan base. You can't just tell me just these people in Must are seeing what the Glazers are saying. Let the entire fan base see it and let us make our own judgment.
Facts. Facts, 100% facts. Harris, go on, say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, bro. After I heard, I didn't even know about this Mustang, like, till literally this second. But that pisses me off. Even this is all an inside job now, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, these men are PRFC. That's why they get pricks like Neil Ashton in, brainwash you through the media. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And you don't even realize you're being brainwashed because you think it's all positive news. Yeah. They fuck around with fans' emotions. They play on your heart. You know what I'm trying to say? They got you on strings like puppets, man. And the worst thing is like the way this club is run. 16 years to organize a fan meeting, bruv. Like, what does that tell you about the club in itself? Because if they had any level of respect, it wouldn't take 16 years. And the fact that the fans have let them in, bruv, because I always say, yeah, the top Reds are actually the reason why this club is going down as well. Because I blame the Glazers, yeah, but I do believe the fan base is a problem in this club to why this club is going down, bro. Because it's like I genuinely believe these top Reds, they like players like McTominay. They don't like Pogba. They don't like Martial. They like Brandon Williams. They like all the dead ballers, yeah. And they're killing the club, bro. Because they're like, oh, Man United through and through DNA. Oh, bro, it's like I don't give a shit about this DNA business. They back Ollie, yeah. The fact that they're gonna give Ollie a new contract after Man just lost the final tells you where we're at. And bruv, you know what the worst thing is? And I'm everyone on the chat, yeah, hear me out. Don't buy the Sancho shirts when they come out because they're gonna try brainwash you with this Sancho thing, yeah. Get everyone gassed up, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? Because they know they fucked it. They're not sorry about the Super League. They're sorry that they got caught. That's what the truth is, yeah. These pagans, yeah, 16 years, they can't come out with a fan forum. Like Statman said, it's not open to the public. So we don't know what the fuck's going on. They could have had a pre-meeting before the actual meeting saying, we're going to talk about this and make sure what your views are. They follow along with ours. You know what I'm trying to say? Why do we need to know the roof's being fixed? They should have fixed that. That's how you know these men don't give a shit. These men up in America. I remember there was a news reporter that went to Joel Glazer. He don't give a shit. You know what? I credit to them because they're good businessmen and they finesse the whole fan base. Like, that's the only thing you could give credit to them. They finesse bare fans' hearts, but that's not a good thing to credit, yeah? They fucked the whole club up, yeah? And I forgot what I was going to say, so go on.
It's calm for a minute. I was letting you get off your chest because they're saying positive words. Now action is required. And again, man, like, I'm sick of words and that. Like, do your job. And somebody said in the comments as well, one sec, let me get to this. Because people get it mistaken of why we're mad at the Glazers and why we don't like them, etc., etc. Let me see, because Advanced Apathy here says, flawless, having the Glazers spent more money than City's owners in the last 3 seasons. The problem with Manchester United is not us spending money. How the money's been spent is the problem. The people in charge of spending the money is the problem. The manager we have is the problem. The coaching staff is the problem. The fact that our roof is leaking is the problem. Like, things of that nature. Like, that's what bothers us so much. That you don't have people in charge. You're not building us up to be successful. You're not giving us the best possible platform to succeed. Because how you can have Ed Woodward in charge for so long, how you can try and do the Super League, how you can have the board members in charge, how you can have people in charge of the transfer negotiations and not realize how bad it is. Look how long we negotiated for Sancho for last season and still couldn't get the job done. Look how long we're still negotiating for him now. So it's not a spending money thing. It's how it's spent. There's so much context to why, and there's so many more reasons why everybody dislikes the Glazers. Fans ain't breaking onto the pitch for no reason. There's not 3 different protests. Go on, Statman.
You see the money thing, like the Glazers have taken out, I think, what was it, £2 billion in the last 10 years or whatever, since the tenure. That just says it all. Yeah. I think the City owners have put in £1 billion of their own money.
There you go.
United's owners are not spending like the amount of money the club are generating, in a sense. Because even people say, oh, we spent a lot of money. Let's look at last summer here. We signed Donny van der Beek, 35 million, I think it was. Diallo, Facundo Pelstri, and Cavani on a free, and Telles. Is that a lot of money? The answer is no. I think the summer before that, what was it?
No, we spent in that. No, actually, we sold Lukaku, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. I think that summer we probably had a net spend of like
Dan James, Wan-Bissaka, and Maguire. But it's like this. You know what that City and United analogy? I know what that brother's trying to say with the United and City. What United do is we get given £1 million. Say for example, we win £1 million from the lottery. Yeah, we spend it on prostitutes, drugs, alcohol. We just spend it on fucking bullshit. Yeah. What City do with £1 million pounds is they invest it in stocks, property, trying to get their income up. You know what I'm trying to say? So they can reinvest in their bullshit. Yeah, they do some reinvesting program. We don't reinvest. You know what I'm trying to say? They take money out the club, bro. Like that's what they do. They spend money, but they spend it on bullshit. Like literally bullshit. Like it's not even worth it what these men do, bro.
Yeah, 100%. You're right, on you know what I'm saying. Yeah, 100%. Dan saying there still Glazers out, but we still need to behave like it. Yeah, 100%. That's why I titled this. Like we had to continue to put pressure on them. Like when this isn't going away, just because we're linked with Sancho. If we sign Varane and a Rice and whoever else. Yeah, go on, Statman.
You see the Glazers out thing. I always say I think it's just a trend. Like, where's this Glazers out stuff gone now? It's gone.
You got a point.
Every single thing, good. Social media trend. That's all it is. Whether it's like the Palestine stuff, that was a social media trend. Is anyone talking about it now? The answer is no. It's all just trends that people follow because it's popular.
Literally, it'll be popping for 1 week. But you see what it is, Statman, yeah? You see with these things, it's very hard for people because I always say, yeah, if people really give a shit about their cause, they won't stop. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? They'll be persistent with it until they get them out. And that's the thing. Man United, we have and I think the Glazers know that there are literally certain periods and phases where there's a Glazers out period, and they know it's gonna happen. But when they're over in America, they don't really need to worry about nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? And the thing is, and I'll say this with the Glazers out thing, it is a trend, but it's like there are people who actually give a shit. But I say what it is with the Glazers. The people in power, these Man United trust organizations and all these other big fan groups, they're all the top red pricks in it, yeah. And when I mean they're the pricks, yeah, I know Glazers have got them on the payroll and that, innit? That's why they don't speak out against them, yeah. Because these pricks, yeah, the most top red opinions, yeah. Because I hate these pricks, yeah. You know what? Not as a person, as their football opinions, innit, yeah. Because they're literally killing the club, yeah. Believe all the PR and believe everything the pricks say, yeah? And it's everything's become a trend now. I said, don't forget Glazers out. Sancho, everyone forgets about Glazers out. And people called, when we got Bruno Fernandes, Bearman was bigging up Ed Woodward. Bruv, what's he done? He's been shit his whole time. We've praised mediocrity, bruv.
And even then, you know, people forget, we still haven't released a new kit yet. You know what they're waiting for? Sancho. Because they know as soon as Sancho gets announced, everyone's buying a new kit. That's the perfect time to get the new kit. I think we're the only. I feel like we're the only club in the top 6 not to have released the kit yet.
Wow, I didn't know that. Still,
because I think someone sent me a message yesterday saying something about that.
I didn't know. Us, I think Barcelona haven't as well. I think they're trying to wait for the Pio sign, probably.
Yeah, 100%. Kenan says, hope one day y'all have a call-in, flawless voice and opinion on the platform would be a vibes. Yeah, sometimes we do. What's it called? Agenda FC. We have phone. We have calling shows and there. Also the membership as well. Some of the perks you're able to get on shows and stuff like that. So check that out. I'll just wait for the Agenda FC where we do the fan calling shows as well. Anna Sarah is saying, you see all these roofs and floodlightings being fixed. Coming up is a PR stunt to show that the Glazers care when they don't. We know they don't care in that. We're still millions upon millions are in debt. Big up Lewis in the chat. What's he saying there? He's talking absolute. Where's he at? Hold up. You're talking idiot. Here we go. He's talking idiotic stuff. He says, don't let the fact that Chelsea are champions of Europe distract you from the fact that Don Trocero bottled the Uber Eats. Yo, it's because he's trying to patch up your job from your man. That's why. Man went halfway. He's going to win. You know what I'm saying in that? Man had to go patch up the dodgy job that your guy did, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Found
someone violating Pochettino.
Lewis is always on Poch's neck because it was what's it called? It was this guy's bad job in the first place why he had to go in there and patch it up. But once Poch gets his own players in, talks if they're signing Donnarumma. They'll probably sign a couple other players as well. Get rid of Navas. You know what I'm saying? People was on my case. I told people about Navas. Get me? People trying to tell me he's world class. Like, no. But when I've seen De Bruyne score an overhit hit cross, I'm like, nah. People like, he won this, he won that. I still don't think he's world class.
Yeah, I said that, I think, yesterday off air with rants about Keylor Navas. Yeah, there's always just something about him that you just don't... Like, I'm never confident with Keylor Navas in goal. It's a bit of a weird one. Like, he's it's like, not to this level yet, but you see Bernard Leno for Arsenal. He's a decent shot stopper, but his handling is all just shambles and stuff like that. So I'm not filled with confidence with Keylor Navas for some reason.
I hear you. And yeah,
I think Navas is 34, 35. So perfect time to replace him.
Well, and the thing is, but goalkeepers are supposed to get better at that age. And I've never been a fan. Like, people are like, oh, he won 3 Champions Leagues at, at Real Madrid. So did Valdez. And I didn't think Valdez was world class either. Like, we see what happened when Valdez came to us. He went to Middlesbrough. It's like, yo, these goal line goalkeepers. But again, that's a preference thing. I like my goalkeepers to come off the line and catch the ball.
Yeah, he's a very good goalkeeper. I just wouldn't say he's in the All Black. That elite level.
Yes. That's it. That is it right there, 100%. Let me get some more. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Advanced Apathy says, Glazers are not football experts nor the most football owners. It's not their fault. United went and spent 80 million for Maguire when they could have gotten 2 better players for that price. Advanced Apathy, who do you support? That's what I want to know. That's one question.
Just touching on that, if you're not football people, hire football people to make those decisions.
There we go.
But
you know why they won't do that, Statman? Because once they try to hire them, they know that
they're gonna lose power.
Yeah, they're gonna lose power. It's not that they'll lose power. It's gonna be they'll be like, you're gonna have to spend money in it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And they don't want to spend money in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Because in our workforce and all of that, you need the fucking people in the staff to be happy and all of that. Look at the women's manager. She left because she wasn't happy with her job and the treatment she wasn't getting, bruv. And it's like, it's kind of peak when you deep that, because it's like, fam, these men were they sharing a pitch with the youth stadium people and all of that and training in that? It's like, you're Man United, bro. Invest in the fucking club. Like, these men don't give a shit. And the fans, they don't truly give a shit as well. Because if they truly did, we wouldn't be in this situation, bro. The only time I saw like certain like changes, the Liverpool thing, innit? But they didn't do that they didn't do that again and again and again. Like, bruv, even when they allowed stadiums in, no one was doing the Glazers out thing. Like, I didn't hear it when I was watching TV. So what does that tell you about? They're all passive. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, so that's what it is. And if you're not a football owner, like Statman said, hire people to make footballing decisions.
But even then, like, you may say they might spend more money, but imagine if we had football people, we could have signed Buendia last summer for £20 million. Buendia improves Man United, whether people like it or not. On the right-hand side, he improves Man United.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. 100% on that. That's it. 100. Oh yeah, Trenton, I remember. Sorry to cut you off, Statman. Yeah, you said where you're at because you're in Trinidad. You can't. All right, well, pattern something in it because I know you're saying you can't get membership where I live in YouTube. Won't allow it. Otherwise, I'll be putting in super chats and Saeed rants on your channel. Yeah, we'll sort something out. Don't worry about it, man. We'll pattern something. My guy, big up, much appreciated, Kenan. 100%. Valdez was good on the ball. That's why Barcelona loved him as a goalkeeper. Yeah, I want my goalkeeper to goalkeep first, innit? But that's just me, though. You see, even Bullet M saying, thank you, Statman. Yeah, Statman answered the question. That's why I was going to go with him. Like, hire football. If you're not capable of doing a job, hire footballing people. And that's why I was so critical when people talk about, United has spent money. No one has an issue with the amount of money we spent. It's the way we spend money, who we spend it on. Why are we looking at Maguire? Whose fault is that? Because he was targeted twice. He was targeted under Mourinho and he was targeted under Oli. Both Mourinho and Oli wanted him, but then who's what's it called? Who's advising Mourinho and Oli? Who's telling them no? Who's telling them yeah? Like, who's involved in that conversation? Because we know Maguire's not the quickest. So if you're gonna sign Maguire, surely you sign a quick centre back next to him. Sure,
no, but you know what is flawless? It's like, and this is a stupid thing there because the Glazers they're so idiotic. Yeah, they don't realize they create more problems for themselves. Like in 2019-20, obviously we had Lindelof in it. Like, we knew that he would be the one centre back here. But you should have thought when scouting centre backs, you want someone with with pace next to Lindelof. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like clearly you need. It's a quick game, but let me just cut you off 1 second. I got to welcome the second special guest to the show. He's out here working very, very hard, man. Man's building his own empire. You get what I'm saying? Not only does he work on his individual brand and his individual channel, he be giving other people his platform to help him out. You know what I'm saying? He has just turned as well, and I seen him after the final. He was very mad. Like, what was crazy is I seen him tweet like he wasn't ollie in or ollie out. He was like, I'll give him more time. But after the final, he was done. Like, and it was mad seeing that happen to him and others in it. But welcoming my G, my Don, man like Bits and Bobs to the channel. What are you telling me, man? You good?
Yo, Mr. Flawless, Mr. Take Note. Listen. Thank you so much for the introduction, man. As you can hear, my son's in the background,
it's calm, bro. Man. Obviously, you're handling business.
Yeah, bro. Do you know what it is, man? Like you said, touched on Oli, man. Big up to Harris, Mr. Statman.
My God.
You man introduced Bits and Bobs meet Harris, meet Statman BAINS, Statman BAINS, Harris meet. I don't know if you man have met before. I always forget. But yeah, go on, carry on.
It's all good. Big up. Nah, bro, I'm done. You know, let me not come on a hype team, but I have to, bro. This guy is. Do you know what? It's not even a clown. It's not a fraud. It's just like You know these ones, yeah, when you go to work and you see people and you think, how is this possible? How is it possible? Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? And people just go about their business like, it is what it is. I'm done with this guy. And the way I'm just gonna drop it, conclude it on Ollie. Everyone tells me, trust him, he needs back to him. But listen, half of his defense he's bought. All the players he's come out and says, I'm in charge of everything, blah blah blah. Listen, in his helm, in the duration he has been Man United head coach manager, I have watched Liverpool win the Champions League. I have watched Liverpool win the league. I have watched City win the league, domestic cups. I've watched Chelsea win the Champions League, and I've watched Leicester and Arsenal win FA Cups. But I'm supposed to trust this guy. Get out of here, man. I'm done. Like, literally, trust me, like, I've been telling everyone, bro, do you know what it is to take a break? That's what I done, bro. I took a break. Obviously, I'm doing uni and stuff, but I was just like, I don't want to talk about football. This guy had me sitting in my garden, bro, looking in the sky, thinking, what is life? Living la vida loca. That's all you had to do. Ricky Martin and men. That's all you had to do was do a few salsa beats for these guys, and you'd have won your only trophy. Bro, it broke me, bro. It hurt me to the point where, like, eyes on the ball, beats and that were checking in on me. I was like, bro, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Do you know what it was like, Ollie Dominic, do you know what it's like if you had a girl, and you walked in on your girl and your best friend, and you pause, like, how you gonna do me like that, man? How you gonna do me like that? But listen, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on Sarcasm.
Okay,
make sure you
let's go.
Subscribe, smash a like. Trust me. Statman BAINS. Hey, Statman, I see you jabbing Ranch. I just finished watching the one you done yesterday. I see you jabbing him, bro. Keep jabbing him, man, and stand up to yourself. I like it.
It just happens whenever, like you just have to voice your opinion, innit? And probably
big up.
Like, probably just I just see, because I'm a lot younger than probably most, like, the people on Red Talk, innit? So my footballing, the way I see football is probably just different to everyone else, kind of thing.
Yeah. But fellas, just before I conclude on the intro, everyone listen. The devil works hard, but Flawless works harder. I see this guy everywhere on YouTube, and you know what, bro? I'm proud to call you a friend, and I'm happy for the success and elevation on YouTube, bro. Seriously, big up to yourself. Take your flowers, get them. 100%.
Big up, man. Love for that. And we can all eat, man, innit? That's why I brought everyone, like, all four of you here. Well, all three of you here, I should say. Yeah, I mean, we can all eat. And obviously, Bits and Bubs, you doing your bits on your channel. Statman starting his channel out here. Harris is here with me on a regular basis. So, yeah, man, we're going to continue to do this thing and that. Advanced Apathy says they did hire football people. They just hired the wrong ones. So then if they hired the wrong ones, you then go and hire somebody else. I don't get this myth where if you hire somebody for a job and they're not right for the job, you stick with them. Because it seems like we got to Ollie and it's like we have to stick with him now because we can't keep sacking managers. Chelsea continue to sack managers and it works for them. Liverpool.
You get a girlfriend, Flawless, you get a girlfriend, and what? Man's just out here eating what? Bread and butter or something. I'm a what? Persist? Is that what you're telling me? Nah, bro. Let's see if she goes from down pack to lower pack. Get out of here, man.
Maybe that's what it is. Because like I said, Chelsea continued to sack managers and be successful. Liverpool, it took them 30 years to get to club. What did they do, John, from 1990 to 2019? They sacked managers. You know what I'm saying? What did
rectify your mistakes.
Rectify your mistakes. What did City do? And they were successful, but what did they do when they had Mark Hughes who wasn't successful? Mancini, Pellegrini, there's others as well. They got to Pep eventually and that. What is this thing where you can't say, even Leicester, they eventually got to Brendan Rodgers and that. All teams, Real Madrid, who have been one of the most successful teams in the Champions League, sack managers. We've seen it with Barcelona. They've sacked. So this whole myth that you can't sack managers, like this whole, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's allegiance to him. I don't know if people want to believe it. I just believe it because it's Ollie. Go on, Statman.
It's just the way United fans are right now. It's like, oh, look what Fergie done. He was here for so long. Let's just give Ollie the same time. Look what Jurgen Klopp's done at Liverpool. Well, sometimes it's just not meant to work. You have to move on.
You have to move on. That's it and that. And Dan here says they sacked that 1-6 scout that recommended Pulisic, Upamecano, and Davies. They wanted to opt for Brexit FC scouts instead. I didn't know we had a scout. Go on, Harris.
You know this Brexit FC thing. It makes my blood boil, bro. Because I hate the way this club is going. City won the league, and how many Brexit FC members do they have? Not like probably Foden and Stones, and that's it. And Carl Walker, But we're trying to run this whole Brexit FC, and look where it's getting. Look where it's getting us. 0 trophies. Look where it's getting England. 0 trophies. They've never won a Euros, I think. England have never won a Euros or something like that. Or something.
No.
So,
Never won Euros.
So where's Brexit FC gonna get you in the end? Man wants quality ballers, yeah. Go get France FC, go get Portugal FC ballers, innit, yeah. None of this sausage and beans ballers, bro. Because I've had enough.
Sausage and beans ballers.
I've had enough.
Yo, you sound close. Yo, Bits and Bobs, you sound quiet. Man said, what did you say? Beans and what?
Peas, bro.
Sausage and beans,
bro. The full English thing in it, whatever they call the breakfast.
Yo, you're an idiot. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, full English breakfast bangs, but that's funny though. Still, you know what I'm saying? Full English breakfast bangs. I'm not gonna lie, it does. Davey Fisher here says people need to understand Ollie rates the partnerships of Maguire and Lindelof and Fred McTominay. He isn't stuck with it. He's a clown. He will strengthen the likes of right back quicker. That's all I want is him to be held accountable for these decisions and that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what Top Reds say?
Yeah, go on.
Top Reds will always say, "Oh, he has McFred. He doesn't have anyone better." Has he tried the Man United and Donny van der Beek enough for a consistent basis? The answer is no. He has other plays, but he doesn't try them. Has he tried Maguire and Bailly? Maguire and Axel? No.
Yes.
Can you guys hear me okay, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you okay. Yeah, we can hear you, Bubs. But that's it, though. He's supposed to try, and people are like, oh, like you said there, or what else can he do? If McTominay got injured, would he play someone else next to Fred, or would we play with 10 men? If Maguire or Lindelof got injured, would he replace them with another centre-back, or would we, or would we play with 10 men? So this whole thing, he likes these partnerships. He sticks with McFred, and you can't play Donny. You said Donny and Matic. If you play it for one game and it goes bad, back it again. Play it for 3, 4, 5 games. Then we can see. Because one thing we do know is McFred doesn't work. We've seen it 20, 30 times this season. We know the same with Maguire and Lindelof.
Listen, guys, do you know what? Yeah, like, I'm sorry, I need to put my camera on. Do you know what? I've persisted with this guy. When people were dissing him, I was like, no, come on, it's gonna come good. We 2 wins the trophy. Yeah? We are talking about a man, that sits 50 yards away from the game to look at an iPad. Not watch the game, guys. Not stand in your technical to give instruction. This is a man that sees what we're watching, yeah. And you're trying to tell me McFred was working, bro, against West Brom. You don't need McFred. Against majority of teams in the Premier League, you do not need that combination. But you know the difference here? It's a boys' club, bro. You know what I mean? You play your friends. He ain't got the balls to shout at them. That's it. Yeah. He's not got the balls to shout. Frodo Baggins did not even say nothing to Gandalf. This is what I'm telling you. This is what we're dealing with here. This is what I'm dealing with. Sorry for us. I went off key there, but man.
Nah, it's cool, man. Get it off your chest. This is Sarcasm City, man. This is ManDem United.
Do you know what it is? I've not streamed properly, and we've not spoken about this guy. Like, I want to cuss this man so bad. But like, what you guys are saying, what you guys are saying though is true though. You need to think about like, look who we're asking to make the decision on something. Listen, yeah, I could be the gaffer. Forrest could be my midfielder. Harris, you could be my striker. As Statman, you're my centre back. If Harris is not banging in goals, bro, come sit beside me, bro. Let someone else try. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you, bro? If Statman is getting bullied in the air, bro, coach. Do you know what I mean? Like, Fergie started Evra and took him off at half-time and said, watch how to defend, son. A whole Patrice Evra. Are you trying to tell me you can't take Scott McTominay off to say, listen, bro, you ain't cutting it? Come on, man.
But he plays for his job, though. That's why.
Once that, man. What was you going to say?
The worst thing is, fine, you start McFred every single game, but in-game management, you should see it's not working. Like the West Brom game. You saw McFred wasn't working. Take one of them off. Bring on someone else. Did you do that? The answer was no. That's the frustrating thing. Europa League final, you saw Rashford had a shocking game. He was having a bad game. He was not going to improve. Did you take him off? No.
Facts. Let me get to this. Because Advanced Apathy says, let's be honest, a lot of signings United made were backed by a lot of football experts and fans. It's easy to be the general after the battle. No, it's called having judgment and giving your verdict after it's happened. Because the thing is, if Manchester United made 3 signings this summer and I disagreed with all 3 of them, and Harris and Bits and Bobs and Statman, we all disagreed with them. But guess what? If we won the Premier League and all them 3 signings bang, guess what we'd all say? Right, we called that wrong. Exactly. So it works on the other end. I'm not ish. I want to be wrong on this team. You can be wrong, and it's okay. I call things wrong all the time, and Poch might not be as good. We'll go back to Poch, all jokes aside. He might not be as good as I think he is. And guess what? If he's not as good as he thinks he is, I'm not going to stand on it. I'll be like, he's not. Same way with Statman with Nagelsmann. That's his guy. If Nagelsmann doesn't do well, Statman going to be like, I called it wrong. Like, it's not that big of a deal type of thing. And you say football experts and fans, we're not in charge. None of us here are paid millions of pounds a year to make these decisions and that. You live or die by your transfers. That's how it works. The same way your job, advanced apathy, everyone who's watching this right now who has a job, if you start doing bad at your job and don't get results, eventually you will get sacked. That's any line of work. It doesn't matter if you're Manchester United Football Club, if you work in Foot Locker, if you work in Subway, if you work in friggin' McDonald's, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? It's a results business.
Even if you're a volunteer, bro.
Even if you're a volunteer.
Right? Bro,
that's my point.
Don't come back.
So this whole is it's easy to be the general after the battle. Live or die by your decisions. Like, that's what I'm saying. Chris K says it here. They took out 2 billion and signed players for 1 billion, so they still owe us 1 billion in players. Glazers out, Ollie out. I'm with you on that. Where we at? That's why I always say, always have footballing people on the board, even if it's not getting content. At least we get a director of football who's got a good network, says YG Jez. Advanced Apathy here says, my problem is saying Glazers don't invest when they clearly invest more money than any club in England. The problem is they've got the wrong people making decisions, not the lack of investment. That's what we said. I literally said that earlier on in the show when you mentioned it. There's no issue with the money that's being spent. I have no problem with that whatsoever. It's how it's being spent and who it's being spent by is the issue. And they're the problem with that. You can't just throw money at the situation.
I think even with the Glazers don't invest thing, you should look at it as like a percentage of how much the club earn. We might spend more than Aston Villa, but in terms of how much Aston Villa earn, they probably might spend a bit more like percentage kind of thing of the revenue. I don't even know if that makes sense.
Do you know how rich Man United are? All jokes aside,
they're hella rich.
We have like giraffe money. Do you know what I'm saying? I was watching Kevin Hart earlier. we have giraffe money. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, Man United, not even on the pitch, commercially and a brand. Do you know how much money we got? And we choose not to spend or invest. Like, do you know how embarrassing it is to watch like Aston Villa beat Arsenal to a player? I'll repeat that. Aston Villa beat Arsenal to sign a player. And Man United, we're chilling here. We're worried about PR, about how we're going to announce this 3-year deal. When it comes to money, you can say they took this, they took that, but listen, they're businessmen. At the end of the day, if they're going to make money, they're going to make money, real talk, But on the pitch, the Glazers don't kick ball. Do you get me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't kick the ball, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and people say, you can blame the players. And Statman, I've heard you say, you need to look at the players, but check it, If I tell Flawless, don't cross the halfway line, play your ball sideways, blah, 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 and people mourn at Flawless, he'll be like, I'm just doing what the gaffer's telling me to do. But if the gaffer's telling you I don't do the coaching, come on, man. Like, what do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, I just think that like Man United right now is a business. It's been a business, it has. The players that we're getting,
PLC.
And the players that we're getting, like the way the whole, Nurden goes on about structure and everything like that. But we need to look at it from. I always see, you can say starts from the top to bottom, but look, we're only interested in the playing side of things, okay? So that's the management, the coaching, and the players, Now, if he wins, he gets credit. If he loses, we blame the players. Tell me why. Why is that, okay? We just watched Thomas Tintin Chuko not sign a player, 6 months with players that everyone thought was a flop. He just won the Champions League. All jokes aside,
No preseason.
Wait 1 sec. That's a key point. What Statman just said. No preseason.
Because I think the Wolves game, was he not on the plane? Apparently, I think he said something where he was on the plane and he was making tactics or something. Because the game was like 2 days later or something from when he first got them waiting.
Yeah. Man didn't even have them for a full 24 hours. Can't speak English too well, and you could see the difference in Tuchel's Chelsea to Lampard's Chelsea. You could see the difference. Whether you thought it was better or not is not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is you can see his imprint in that. You can see that's Tuchel's team and what he's done. Why is it with Manchester United you can't see that? That's why I'm so critical. If I take over a team on Football Manager, for God's sake, you can see the imprint on it. If I'm playing a team on FIFA, you can see that. Me and Tox talk about this all the time and that, because we've been playing against each other on FIFA for so long. I know a Tox team, that's my bro. He knows my team without seeing it. He already knows how I'm gonna set up and how I'm gonna play, and vice versa and that.
Especially Chelsea, yeah. You can, as I always say, their average positions. I always post Chelsea because like their average positions are unbelievable. Their organization, how well drilled they are, is incredible compared to Manchester United. And he's done it in how long? Incredible.
No, but you know what?
And Dan said it here. 1 sec. He said, I was the same as Bits and Bob after the final. It was over, nail in the coffin. That was the nail in the coffin for a few. That's why I said when I was introducing Bits and Bobs, he wasn't the only one I seen who was like on the fence with it or giving him more time. He was like, I've had enough. And it was just interesting to watch because I've been there in it. When everyone goes to the Ollie outside, they always go the same way.
I love
so it's just funny seeing it happening.
Well,
but yeah, go on, Harris.
I'll shout to you 21 and 21 in November, if I remember.
Yes, I remember, fam.
Is gonna happen.
Yeah, and I was like, it's the hope that kills you, and I'll be here for you when it all falls down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here for you. I'm here for you, fam, innit? You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. Go on, Harris.
Bruv, you see with what's his face, Tuchel, yeah, what was I gonna say? But people wanted Rudiger out, Kante out, they wanted Jorginho out, they wanted hella people out. I know they wanted, I think, Christensen and Rudiger out as well, or something like that. That's 5 players they wanted out from their squad, you know, and they wanted Tammy Abraham, yeah. Like bare players out, and they won the Champions League, bro. This whole process thing is a myth. Fuck all of that.
100%.
And even then, Thomas Tuchel has got the best out of his players. Look at Timo Werner. As much as people say Timo Werner misses all these big chances, yeah, he's probably one of Chelsea's most important players for me.
In terms of creating space, yeah.
His movement, like he offers something different compared to other Chelsea forwards.
Listen, look, Flawless, you play ball, bro. You know what it's like to have someone that can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you going, fam. Yeah, go on.
You know what it's like to be able to have not a target back, that's someone, an outlet. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes. When the ball sticks, there's nothing better than playing the ball forward, and you know it's going to stick.
And then you push up as a team. Yeah. That's what he does. He might not score goals, but this is why he doesn't get dropped, because of what he does for the team. And look, it didn't take Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder to see, this is what he could do. Let's just football's so simple. What you are good at, just excel at. Beckham, what was Beckham good at? Shifting the ball to his right, crossing. That's it.
Yeah, I
hate this guy.
I hear exactly what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Jabada here says, big up Flawless, he be on it, low-key motivation for man, big up to you. Also, Amala makes a great point. He says, Leicester sat their greatest manager in their history and won the FA Cup. Yes, because that's how football goes, is in cycles. If something's not working, you keep it moving. Simple as that.
The season after they won the league, right?
Yes, they sacked him the season after. Yeah, after he won them the Premier League, because you know what he's seen. This isn't working. Let's go again. What you did is phenomenal, and we'll never forget you. You'll be a legend at Leicester City always. Well, football is a what have you done for me now lately sport. That's what it is. Is what there's no getting 5-6 years to build on that. Unless the only reason you get that is if you have a CV, because people always use Klopp and be like, yeah, Klopp took 5-6 years to win a trophy at Liverpool, but Klopp did things previously. That's why I say this all the time, and I use this analogy all the time. When you apply for a new job, 99% of the time they ask for your CV to try and find out and figure out what you can do here. Yes, they'll get it wrong sometimes, but that's what it is. Klopp won back-to-back Bundesligas and a Champions League final, and got to a Champions League final with Dortmund. If Ollie did that, I wouldn't be on his case so much, because it makes me go, all right, if you did that there, you could possibly do it here. He's done nothing previously. He's doing nothing now. That makes me go, you can be a success here.
And even with Klopp, yeah, you can still see they were playing exciting football when he first came over. There was still a change in style of play. They were good. I think they were scoring like 3-4 goals a game, but they were just conceding so many. That was literally Jurgen Klopp in his first season at Liverpool.
And then Manchester said, do you know what? I need a centre back. All right, Southampton, give me Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know what?
Do you see the point? He problem solver. He's like, okay, I'm leaking goals. Okay, I identified a centre back, and he went and got him. How quick did he sign? Let's be honest. It took us a whole year to sign Harry Maguire, if you think about it.
Bruv, and it makes me cry to this day. It actually does. Because you see,
seriously.
But bruv, listen. The fact that he signed Harry Maguire tells you everything about this manager, and he's our captain, yeah. Like the thing is, what a lot of people say to me, these are Ollie inners, they're like, oh yeah, let him get back, let him get Varane, Sancho, Declan Rice, and all these other like players like Trippier and that, But I'm just like, fam, you see Ollie, yeah? Think of him as a virus, innit? Yeah, we know he's a virus. Why are you gonna let that virus last longer and spread into your body and fuck you up even more in the long term, innit? Kill it while it's still weak. You know what I'm trying to say? Because if we try, yeah, and sack him in December, we could be in a top 6 race. You know what I'm trying to say? Or we could be ninth where Lampard was and just been. You know how the one thing I'd say about this season, because we knew we were getting top 4, we didn't have that stress and the emotional stress. Like we were just like we were kind of relaxing it up until the Europa League final. Yeah,
There was no pressure on the players.
Yeah, no pressure. But if we are next season, yeah, we're watching. Because remember, like how 2019-20, we literally stayed in 5th till the last game. I'm not trying to see that next season, innit? Yeah. And with the way this manager is, and everyone strengthening, Tuchel getting his own players, Klopp coming back. You know what I'm trying to say? Leicester we could be competing with Leicester for 4th place next year, yeah. And they might say, ha ha ha, they bottle it, but they are strengthening in it. They are making moves quicker than us, bro. They bought Samari and Edouard as well. So 2 players, one they've already secured, another one they're trying to secure. Yeah. Right now, that shows you that they're working on it. They're gonna long Sancho out, yeah, because they know they need a perfect time to release it. They probably want to do some July 7th thing or some bullshit like that, innit? Yeah, like some fuckeries, yeah. And the thing is, I look at what the Glazers are doing, yeah, it shows you no ambition at the end of the day, bruv. Like, and the worst thing is people just believe into this bullshit. Why let Ollie stay till Christmas? They're like, why give him another chance? Why give him another chance when he's gonna fail? And they're like, oh, you don't know if he's gonna fail or not. Bruv, I've seen what he's done with this squad this season. We lost to Villarreal. They utilize their bench more than us. Yeah,
because the certain people, Harris, who if we got relegated would still back this manager. That's what I realized. You can be Ollie in, Ollie out, and I think that the excuses and reasons why to be Ollie in are wearing thin. They're never about how good Ollie is. It's always about how bad everybody else is. So it's as bad as how bad
blame someone else.
How bad Pochettino is, Nagelsmann's deficiencies, or
I think someone said it the other day,
or the board or the owners. Yeah, go on.
I can't remember who said it the other day, but someone said they judge other Man United managers, but like they judge other managers harshly, but they don't have the same energy for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's what it is.
There was Craig Barley said that.
That's spot on. That is
if you apply
100% spot on, because if you apply the logic, let's just take Zidane for an example, because that's a manager people like, or a Poch. They'll criticize and say one of the issues of it's cool, man. They'll say
man's in Formula 1, bro.
Yeah, facts, yo. They'll talk about Poch and say Poch hasn't won anything. Okay, what's Ollie won?
Zidane's a vibey manager. Someone said
what's Ollie won? So he's won the Norwegian league, okay, but then they'll say Poch didn't win the French league, but Ollie's second time round failed to win the Norwegian league. Let Poch go to the Norway and fail to win the league. Yeah, like people just don't make. I said this already. The reason why I don't have the debate with people, because they'll make excuses from. There's never no acknowledgement that he needs to do better. When United play well, it's the players and the manager. When United play badly, it's all on the players and the board and the owners and that. Like the Glazers and Ed Woodward and the rest of them weasels have nothing to do with why we didn't win in the Europa League final. Why Ollie took to 100 minutes to make a sub. Why he then made the wrong subs at 100 minutes. Like why he changed the system. Why he's playing our best attacking midfielder in a defensive midfield role. Why we're playing 2 6s anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we're playing 2 6s to cover up a defense, but that's where you spend the most money. You signed a right back, a left back, and a centre back. So how is that where you spent the most money and it's the worst part of our team? Make it make sense.
Another new contract as well.
And Dean Henderson as well.
Yeah. And do you know the funny thing is, like obviously he's gonna get the contract, we know that, but they're like giving good players. It don't matter. You can have all the ingredients in the kitchen and still be a shit cook. It is what it is. Literally. Do you know what I'm saying? I used to say this about Lampard. Have all the ingredients in the kitchen and still be a shit cook. But for me, the thing with Ollie, I don't know what it is, guys, but I think they just look at this guy and think, do you know what, he'll get us top 4, we'll make money, keep him. It's an Arsene Wenger 2.0.
I feel like with Ollie,
but at least Wenger played sexy football.
Wenger chopped in a few FA Cups here and there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I feel like with Ollie, he's at that stage in his career where he has no credibility to go out. He's molded career and stuff, innit? He has no credibility. He has no credibility in his career to go at the Glazers straight away, innit? Because this is his dream job. He leaves United, he's going downhill. When I mean downhill, I'm not meaning Premier League jobs. I'm meaning probably Norway manager or something, if he's lucky.
Listen,
that's only his job.
Robert Asda is a trolley man. Listen, this guy, he probably wouldn't be able to do that right. Listen, are we serious here? Listen to what we're saying here. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is being kept at Man United. Like, man is going to be able to keep wearing the tracksuit job. It's a dream job. Listen, yeah, my dream job is to flip and play for Manchester United, but I'm not good enough. My football days are done. Yeah. Why are we holding on to the sentiment thing? He needs to stop talking about Alex Ferguson, because for me, yeah, every time he keeps talking about Ferguson, I'm looking at him like, bro,
he's begging it. Like, he's actually begging.
Why do you need to keep mentioning another man? Like, you're supposed to. He ain't your dad, bro. This ain't no Peter Pan story, bro. Just do your job. If you can't do your job, sack him. Nah, us, bro. I ain't spoke about this guy. I got some lines. Trust me, bro.
Get it off your chest, innit? That's why I'm letting you go, innit? Statman started the show doing the same thing, innit? Like, get it off your chest. That's what this channel's for, man. Get it off your chest.
Because, bro, like, really, man, like, it breaks my heart, man. Like, for us, me and you are the same age, innit? Like, me and you used to cuss people at secondary school. You know what I'm saying? Even primary school, fam.
Yeah, I was cussing at everyone.
Primary and start of secondary, I was roasting people.
Up until trolling Arsenal.
Do you know what I'm saying? And, like,
man was trolling Arsenal fans since a youth, and you know what I'm saying?
And now you're telling me, like I said to you, what? Let's start banging on about winning the FA Cup, fam. That knocked us out. Are you mad? Are you mad? Last season, Arsenal won an FA Cup. What is happening to my club? Like, what are we doing here? And the obvious, it's like most of these organizations, yeah, is like the most obvious decision is always the last resort. This is it. The most obvious decision is the last resort. We all know he needs to go, yeah. He knows he needs to go. But man's getting a 3-year contract. If you're Ollie, yeah, you're like, raw. 3 years, you know.
3 years, ridiculous, and that ridiculous. Ridiculous. And Notorious FAT here says people acting like we need 22 world-class players to win the league. That's what annoys me as well, is that, yes, nobody agrees. Nobody's saying Manchester United have the best squad. This is why we're so adamant about Manchester United having a good window. We know the squad needs to be improved. We know the defense needs to get better. We know we need a holding midfielder. We need a right winger. You can argue other places as well in terms of just bench players and squad players. But like I always say on every single show I'm on, utilize what you have to the fullest. We've seen Klopp do that at Liverpool. That team, he won. If you give Ollie the teams that Klopp had, that Liverpool side that won the Champions League and the Premier League, he doesn't do it. You know what Klopp did with in those 2 seasons? Utilize what he had. Their bench was awful. Their first 11 quality. The first 11 was quality. Yeah, go on, Statman.
I think even Pep, before they signed Rodri, I think he wanted the Jorginho, he wanted the Fred the season before. It just shows that no manager gets the first targets. Where it becomes a problem is when it's like the Louis van Gaal situation, where he wanted the elite players and he was getting his 6-7 choice player for every single position kind of. That's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The thing is, yeah, Van Gaal outed them, yeah, but listen, people say, Harris, I know you're young, Statman, I know you're young, but Van Gaal was a G, an OG. Yeah, fellas will back me up here. See what he done with Barca and that. Trust me, he's an OG, yeah. But if he's coming out saying, what's it called? If he's coming out saying that he wanted this player, man was like, I don't want the 3rd and 4th choice. I want this player. You are Manchester United, bro. Like, flex with your chest. And he was getting like 3rd and 4th choice. That's when we knew we were done out.
And even then, with Ollie, he got in the first summer, he got his first choice targets. The first choice target was Harry Maguire, not good enough. His first choice target for right back was Wan-Bissaka, not good enough. I've always said it. I wanted Cancelo last summer. Cancelo was available. Did we sign him? No. It makes sense signing Cancelo over Wan-Bissaka. Exactly. Similar price. Silly from the club or silly from Ollie.
10 million more for Koulibaly. I know he'd be better than Maguire, though. I tell you that. Maguire are flipping out. I can't believe you've got that prick in the club, man. And the fact that
I know you're not
wears the armband, pisses me off. A man say, "Oh, we didn't win it without Maguire. Oh, we needed Maguire." That brother's never won a trophy in his life. You think he's gonna carry us to the promised land with this Europa League? No,
4 times.
Fuck all of that.
Someone said Van Gaal was the best coach since Fergie. You could even argue, like, I think Wayne Rooney.
I don't believe that. No, coach, yeah, but not like accomplishment of what he does.
I think even like
this is the thing, Harris. You can't say that because you're only seeing obviously because of your age. Yeah, this is what I'm saying to you. If you Google him or do your stats on Van Gaal, listen, he's a bad boy coach, but he was
he
just
has pedigree.
outdated. But
I
if you
think
look
even
at Van Gaal's stats against the big teams, we never lost a game. Do you know what I'm saying? We went to Liverpool, moving to those guys, beating them and that, and we won an FA Cup. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, what I was going to say with Van Gaal, yeah, people forget. I think Wayne Rooney's come out and said Van Gaal is the best coach he's ever had, and he was managed by Fergie. I think Chris Smalling said the same thing. Players rate Van Gaal to a high enough level.
Because he's a quality coach, that's why. He's a quality coach, that's what it is. JB here says, I think Ollie can improve. I believe that he has the ability to become a better manager and take Manchester United to a title or win a cup as long as a right winger, a holding midfielder, and a top centre-back are signed this summer. JB, let me know why you think that. Because I think even if we get a right winger, a holding midfielder, and a centre-back, the best we can do with this manager, to me, is a domestic cup. So a FA Cup or a League Cup. We're not winning a league title with this guy in charge. There's no way Ollie's finishing above Pep, Klopp, and Tuchel all in the same season. It's not happening. I can't
you said domestic cup, yeah? We need to think about it, yeah? Even that now, West Ham are going to be saying stuff, we're doing stuff with their chest. They're going to be confident now. You know, they just got Europe. They're going to be thinking, yo, why can't we go further in the cup? Leicester will be there or thereabouts. Aston Villa now are making moves, you know? Bro, like, on what evidence are we saying we can win a domestic cup, fam? Do you know what I'm saying?
With those three signings, look at the draw as well, because FA Cup, League Cups, look at the draw, can have it. We could definitely, I think with those three, that's the only thing we can do. We're capable. I don't think we win a league title or a Champions League under this manager, even if we get those three players. Let's say we get three world-class players in those positions, because this manager's not good enough in the crunch moment.
At best.
There's no way he's finishing. Even if
you know what,
Klopp, Tuchel, and Pep, I just can't see him finishing above those.
It, bro.
It'd be like a glitch in the Matrix.
I agree for us.
Go on, Harris.
No, you know what it is? Even hypothetically, yeah, he finishes second in it. Yeah, hold on once.
Yeah, no stress.
I was going to say, with that comment,
God, Harry.
people say Ollie can improve, yeah, but his basic fundamentals not there. Like you're waiting until the 100 minutes to make a sub. You clearly have no style of play compared to or no apparent style of play compared to someone like Jurgen Klopp in his first season at Liverpool. There's a clear difference. He's going to have a better squad. We're probably going to get a better results, but as a manager, is Ollie going to improve? Is he still going to make the same mistakes? The answer is probably yes.
Be a pussy, blood. You know what I'm trying to say?
He is.
You know, but
he's going to make the same mistakes.
No, but it's not even that. Yeah, this is what I was going to say. Ollie could come second, yeah, and because we all expect him to come fourth, they're gonna get. If he comes second, it'll be the worst thing ever, because all the fans were like, "You all expected him to come fourth." He could come second. How he comes second?
No, here's the thing: if he came second, let's say
next
for instance,
season,
Chelsea. So let's say next season, Chelsea win the league, but United finish second, but Chelsea and Liverpool are both flying, and we just have an amazing season. I'd take that second because I go, that's significant improvement. We've beat both Liverpool and Manchester City to second, and they've not had awful seasons.
No, but
finishing second is good. This is what I'm saying. The only reason why we finished second this season is because Chelsea had Lampard for half the season and Liverpool fell off a cliff. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that it wasn't us being good, it was them being bad. Because if Liverpool have a normal season and Chelsea have Tuchel from the start, we don't finish second.
And we were very lucky with injuries this year. Other than Pogba, Eric Bailly for a part, we were very lucky, especially with the COVID season. I think the season was 5 weeks shorter.
Think about it,
can you imagine if Ollie had the injuries with Klopp? We'd be second half of the table, bro. I'll tell you that now.
Think about it though. I'm in a group chat with Ryan. Yeah, big up Ryan. I'm in a group chat with Ryan. Yeah, that's Ryan. Yeah, I put in at the end of the season. I was like, is it me? Yeah, or has this season just been rubbish and inconsistent? How can Man United finish second when they're up top? How can Liverpool have a dysfunctional season and finish 5 points behind them? Do you know what that tells me? It tells me that we were lucky, literally lucky. If you think about it, imagine Tuchel came at the beginning of the season, league would have been wrapped. How can Man City be, 8th when we were top? Am I right? 8th when we were top, and then come out and win the league. Come on, man. Like, but you're not saying Ollie in, yeah? You just need to listen. We all know what he done, man. He told Potten the ball in the second minute. There you go, yeah. A man that is famous for being the super sub in a cup final.
He just
struggled to make a sub in a European. Oh no, I can't with this guy.
And he still made the wrong sub.
And he still made the wrong sub. 100%. And he still made the wrong sub. We're chasing the game, and man went to McFred.
Listen,
flawless.
fam, and do you know the funny thing? He said
No.
something, yeah. Have you watched the United Way? Don't watch it, by the way, because it makes you feel even worse after watching that. But he talks about attacking football. I used to think to myself, when I watched the Fergie thing, I was like, raw, Ollie, when Alex Ferguson wanted to win a game or get a goal, he used to turn to you, bro. So you should be already thinking, raw, I'm an attacker, I know when to bring on a sub on, I know how to tell people even go on to that defender, blah, blah. But you really waited until your opposition made 5 subs before you made a sub. And then you went, we'll bring Fred on. Are you kidding me?
Because you know what he did? You know why he brought Fred on? Because that's, you know, they say a team is a reflection of a manager. He reverts back to type. So he reverts back to, you know, it's when Manchester United lose, he always talks about we need to work harder. You know what I'm saying? In that he always like runners. That's why he likes Fred. That's why he likes McTominay. That's why he likes Bruno. That's not criticism of Bruno. That's why he likes Cavani. That's why he likes Rashford, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire. All try hard, and I rate some of the players I mentioned, but that's within his mold. That's what he likes. Run harder, work harder, hard yards, knee slides.
I think that just says it all though. Because if he's reverting back to those basics, that's what I don't know if you guys have seen it. Pep Guardiola said when things are going wrong, you're working too hard. You should be doing less running. You should be letting the ball work for you. That's what Pep Guardiola says. You see the difference between how Pep Guardiola talks and how Ollie talks. Ollie just talks basic stuff that, let's be honest, the Sunday League manager will know. Pep Guardiola, elite.
No,
But even then, he makes a start before corner.
I can't lie to you, bro. Yesterday, I was watching the Red Talk. Some guy, wallahi, it made me laugh so much. He's like, the super sub can't make a fucking sub, bro. Man,
there you go, innit? There you go. How
like,
do you not the super sub? You know what I'm saying? The super sub.
So I don't know who it was.
Renowned for scoring the most famous goal in Fergie's era of being a late sub. How many? And outside of that game, Fergie made so many subs like during his reign. You know what I'm saying? Like that super sub became a thing. Let me get to this from Bullet M though. He says, who says we're even signing a quality right winger, holding midfielder, or centre back? Also, if he gets them, what gives you confidence that he uses them right? He hasn't shown that he knows how to utilize the squad throughout the season. Bullet M, I've been saying this. This is why I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I'm very concerned. I don't trust him to utilize this. All I know is the reason why I want us to sign quality ballers is because we're individual brilliance FC. So we just need to add to that. I'm just hoping that these men can put something together and put a run together, and we can get an FA Cup or a League Cup or get to a Champions League with the nice draw, a quarterfinals. That's all I'm not even talking about winning the big trophies. I'm talking about getting to a Champions League quarterfinal. I just want to be in the conversation. Let me get inside the club. You know what I'm saying? Man just wants to be inside the club. I even asked about drinking or drawing. Yeah, I was trying to get inside the club. It's raining outside. Man's got no umbrella with that. How about we get inside?
Cold. You're just wearing a t-shirt and that. You know what I'm serious. Trying to say, bro. T-shirt and a chain on. Bro. See
the arrogance here, like this guy D'Angelo. Big up to him. He's a cool guy. See the arrogance of Solskjaer. Yeah, it's quite astonishing because. Do you know what? We all know what Jose's been and done it. Listen, he can say whatever he wants. He can put the medals on the table. Klopp, Pep, Tuchel now, yeah. But for someone that's not done anything worldly known besides scoring a winning goal in a Champions League final as a player, but as a manager, guys, what are you going from? What are you really trying to like go from? And you know, just to touch on what Statman said about the basic stuff, yeah, when he was like, we need to run harder, we need to run more, we need to do this, blah blah. I'm like, why do you need to run more if you've not got the ball? Start playing players that are good at keeping the ball. And I refer back to the starting lineup in against Vida Luca. Yeah.
Vida Luca.
No, because think it, yeah. If you think about it, if we're playing FIFA, ManDem, let's make it so basic. If we're playing FIFA, yeah, and you're looking at your team, yeah, you're thinking, rah, do you know what, yeah? Let me not start Greenwood or Rashford. So come 60th minute, when the energy level is gauging down, I can bring man on. Yeah. That's common sense, you know. When your players on FIFA are getting tired, you make a sub. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you?
Facts.
So, in real life, fatigue is not a myth. It's reality, bro. We could see that game was just like going horribly. Not even that game, other games. And he fails to do it. Now, people say he doesn't trust these players. How are you going to trust someone if you don't even give them a chance?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And I just want to get to this.
Technical players, bro.
Let me get to this just quickly. Fando here says, One sec, Harris. Let me get to this and hold that thought though. Best away record, ignore the home record. That's all well and good with the away record. But I say this all the time. I'm not a DJ. I'm not spinning. What did my team win? Records is nice on top of winners' trophies. So if you have the top goal scorer in the Premier League, but you win the Premier League, cool. Why is Harry Kane trying to move away from Spurs? Because he wants to win trophy. He's got individual accolades. I don't know how many. How many times Statman? I know he's definitely won. What's it called?
2 or 3.
He's won the Golden Boots. He's won Player of the Month awards, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bobs Jr. in the building as well. And the away record is all well and good, but like I said, did it contribute to Manchester United winning something? No. If we had the best away record, you know what that means? Our home record wasn't good enough because we should have won the league then.
Our home record was worse than Liverpool's.
And what did Fergie say?
There you go. Wait. Hold up. Say that again. We had a worse home record, worse than Liverpool's, a team who lost 6 in a row.
Yeah, we had less points than Liverpool at home.
They lost 6 in a row.
Away, as I always say, we got less points than Man City. It's all nice having these unbeaten runs. Points matter more than unbeaten crappy runs.
Can I just say one thing though? Yeah, you see this, like you said, innit? Liverpool had the best home record last season and they won the league. That's when these records actually look good. You know what I'm trying to say? We didn't, bro. Bro, what the fuck are these stats, man? You know what pisses me off? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this now, innit? Yeah, obviously there's certain statmans, yeah, out on Twitter, innit? Not you, statman, yeah, who go. Listen. No, bro, because you know what it is.
I know what you're trying to say. They sugarcoat everything.
Yeah, no, but you know what it is. Yeah, no, it's not even that. Yeah, what pisses me off is after a game we could have lost. Yeah, and I know the club pays this guy as well, bro. I'll tell you that now. I have a feeling they do. Yeah, we could lose 6-1 to Tottenham. Yeah, well, we did, and they would go out and say Bruno Fernandes has 10 goals and 10 assists in all competitions. Like, what the fuck does that matter at that point, bro? I don't give a fuck about none of that. We've just lost. You know why these pricks do that, bro? Because they know, yeah, that's how to spin the PR and get everyone distracted. Yeah, I think we drew to West Brom, Bruno scored, and I saw the PR merchant back at it again, bro, saying, yeah, Bruno Fernandes is back with these goals and assists. I said, I've had enough. Like, why do I need to know? My team's just drawn. Do I give a fuck about what he's done individually? Because when you actually deep it, yeah, he's auditioning himself to other clubs. I don't care. They do the same with Rashford. You know what I'm trying to say? I know the club pays this brother as well, fam. You know what I'm trying to say? You know how I know this guy's paid? Because he won't ever post their shit stats. At least with Statman BAINS, he'll post when they've had a shit game as well. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's why McTominay blocked him in that. That's why McTominay blocked him. But let me just get to the super chat quick and hold that for 1 second. Big up to Drizzy. Does love for the super chat. He says, "Damn flawless, my guy who pissed you off today. Can that pagan early turn in his resignation letter already?" I'm not pissed. It's just that when I'm talking to a Harris, and then obviously we got Statman and Bits and Bobs on here, and they're knowledgeable fans. They'll be talking. They'll make certain comments, and then it makes me realize like how bad it is when they make certain comments and they make things that makes me go, "Oh, geez," and other people in the comments as well. Like, will say things and I go, this really is bad, because I kind of like try and turn it off and not realize how bad of a manager Oli is. Because if we really break it down, like, he is that bad. Like, when you really state, if he got sacked today, he's not getting another Premier League job. He's not getting another top job in any of the European. I
don't think Newcastle would hire.
So England, this is what I'm saying: England, Spain, Italy, France, Germany. He's not being hired. He would never get linked anywhere. When Flick or whoever, if someone left, if Poch, let's use Poch as an example. If Poch left PSG, he's not getting linked with that job.
Just look at this summer. There was rumors that Poch wanted to leave. Who was linked with him? Real, Tottenham.
This is
big clubs.
Big clubs and that. Like, Zidane's leaving. It's like, where's he going? Conte gets linked.
You'll see Southend.
Oli won't even get linked with the Spurs job, and that's no disrespect to Spurs, but he wouldn't even get mentioned. He's not on the bookies list. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what his odds are, but I know they're big odds. Go on, Statman.
You know, if Oli goes Southend, they'll hire him, they'll know he's too bad, and they'll sack him. But Gary never will sack him. But all of a sudden, now he's at Man United. When you're probably on the club's payroll, let's be honest here, it's fine.
That's it.
We're not going to call him out.
But
when it affects your money, then you're going to do it.
It's different, because I've watched the class of '92. Like, they're very good shows in that. Them man sack managers. I think they sacked 2 because they weren't doing what they needed to do. And I respect the class of '92 for doing that, because I think they got 5 promotions in 6 years or something like that. It was something
he's trying to get to the Premier League, bro. Gary ain't playing, fam.
That man ain't playing. Like, I watched the class of 92. It's
That
great.
man
I need
got
to
ambition,
rewatch it. You
bruv.
know what I'm saying? Like, 100%. Love to my babes, Mimi in the comments as well. Love every single time.
Like that,
Fando here
Wallace,
says,
yeah?
being
Hey, is
sarcastic,
it,
bro.
yeah?
Nah, my people's in it. Yeah, she my people's in that.
Oh,
Fando
okay.
says, being sarcastic, bro. Yeah, I know, but there's people Fando who will take that seriously and be like, yo, we had the best away record. So I'm not saying you, I'm saying that's another argument that gets used. But like I said, what did it contribute to? Harris was touching on it with Bruno with his goals and assists and all that. Goals and assists is all well and good individually. You can get 60 goals and assists per season. What did your team win? Yeah, go on.
United fans will laugh at Harry Kane for the exact same thing. But with Bruno, with Volley, he's fine.
That's a very valid point.
And that's the
very valid
thing.
point.
No, we and us and Tottenham are trophyless. Spurs United, bro. That's what I called it, bro. Flawless was like I was stretching it, when I said that. Yeah, I wasn't even stretching it because I know this team for what it is. Yeah, when we lost the final, yeah, I came in, yeah, and I was like, we're gonna win 4-0. I was that confident because I was like,
confident.
winning should be like breathing for Man United in finals, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Ollie tax kicks in and it's too hefty, bruv. It's above the 45% tax bracket. We ain't getting that, bruv. You know what I'm trying to say, bruv? Like, Ollie fucked it for us, yeah? And I look at this, yeah, and you know what? I just don't want to talk about it, bruv. It pisses me off thinking about how much of a prick he is, bruv. Like, fuck this guy, man. Like, honestly, what have we come to?
See that comment? See that comment by JB? Arteta is the real fraud.
Yo, here's the thing. Yeah. Go on, read out the comment and go.
If they sack him today, yeah, what they gonna say? First thing they're gonna reel up, Arteta won an FA Cup. They want to tweet.
Yeah. And here's the thing is though, JB, with this, nobody's saying Arteta is the guy. Not one of us on here has said Arteta. If Ollie was sacked, I've not heard anyone say, yeah, go get Arteta for the job and that. We want the creme de la creme. We might all have. I know Statman will have a different person to who I want. I think all four of us, if we could pick the next Manchester United manager, would all pick different. But I would take anybody else's choice at this moment in time. That's how bad it is. I would take managers. Like people mentioned Conte. Would Conte be my top pick? Would he be my top 3? No. Would I take him? I'd rip your arm off for him right now.
I'll take Pochettino. That just says it all.
See, there you go. I'd take Nagelsmann.
Would you man take Zidane? I'd take Zidane.
Of course you're taking Zidane.
I'd take Zidane. I'd take Nagelsmann. Pick a manager. Pick a top manager out of a hat and I'll take him.
People forget that, yeah, Zidane wanted players like Pogba and Donny van der Beek in their squad because Madrid were linked, yeah. So, bruv, if a manager's linked, like, wants these players, bro, you can work with something. You know what I'm trying to say? But apparently Zidane's suspect, innit, when he won the league without Ronaldo, innit. You know what man's trying to say with the tax bracket out, Eden Hazard, with Vinicius Jr., you know what I'm trying to say with all these, man. Like, he won the league with them, bruv. You know what I'm trying to say? He won the league with literally no wingers, bruv. Because I don't know what the fuck Bale was doing last season. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, Benzema, I think Ramos was their second top scorer, bruv. But that tells you everything.
Yeah, 100% in that. And again, utilizing what Zidane did at Madrid, what Pep done at City to a lesser extent, what Klopp did at Liverpool, what Flick did at Bayern Munich. No manager has the perfect squad with the perfect setup. You only get the perfect squad on FIFA and Football Manager, people. Not in real life do you never get the perfect squad you have. You might even get second choice. Someone might get injured during the season. You might have a falling out with someone or something like that, or anything can happen. You never have the perfect setup with the perfect squad. It's not a Disney film. It's not Marvel. Exactly. Them things don't exist. Utilize what you have. The same way we're all content creators. Guess what? We would all love to be able to go to a building with a beautiful setup and have a mic and have a guy there with the dead rabbit and have 5K cameras, etc. But guess what? We're all utilizing what we have. You know what I'm saying? We're all at yard utilizing. Bits and Bobs has got his son in the background. Is that an ideal scenario for him? No. But he's working with what he has to produce the best possible content. You know what I'm saying? Statman talked about his uni, and the reason why I'm going off on this is to show how silly it is. Statman mentions it all the time about his uni exams, even though they're finished now. He utilized the time he had during that period. A-levels, my bad. A-levels.
Ain't that old, yeah.
Come on, bro.
But yeah, yo, fam, it's because you look older. That's what it is.
Bro, this brother was chilling. He had no exams, bro.
But that's my point, though. You know what I'm saying? And that we all utilize what we have to the fullest of that. So why is it impossible for the manager of Manchester United to do that? Especially with all the talent you have in that squad. Because there's talent in the squad. Whether it's in balance, blah, 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 there's talent. Go on, Bits and Bobs.
That's you guys a question, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
And I always say this to everyone when I speak about Man United. Sorry, my camera's off. Just like my son's doing a madness, so don't.
Yeah, it's cool.
Watch that, bro. Obviously, the guy, blood.
Ollie came out and said he doesn't do the coaching, yeah? Yeah, real talk. So what's my man doing? Like real talk. You know when you know if you
You know what he's doing? Handing out the orange juice,
yeah?
bruv.
Now, to be honest, yeah, I think Sir Alex
Hear me
Ferguson.
out. Hear me out. Sorry, Stammer. Hear me out. You know when you go to a nightclub? Well, Flawless, hear me out.
Yeah, unless he has land.
And it's the bouncer. He's like, I need to speak to the owner. Then the owner come out, either casual or some suit or something. And you know he's either in the office, watching the cameras, watching the stage, checking up on VIP. If you're telling me McKenna and Carrick are doing the training, what are you doing in the 24 hours with your day? Because like
Putting the
as
Rocky
a manager,
Balboa theme song at the background, bro.
no,
Motivation.
because you know, as we've all done Chapman, yeah. I know this is a bad comparison. But on Chapman, you're always searching for a player. You're looking at contracts. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Approach to sign kind of things. Like you notify no interest. Yes.
Daddy, I want some biscuits.
Okay, I'll get you some biscuits. Daddy, take some for flawless, okay?
Uncle Flawless.
Hi, Uncle
Hello.
Flawless. Did you hear that? Did you hear
Yeah,
that?
I heard him. Hello. Tell him I said hello.
Hi, Uncle Flawless.
Yeah,
Hello. Yes, big man.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm thinking to myself, right? So you watch football, okay? We all know that Fergie used to do scouting trips with David Gill. So like, do you know what we can say is he's not good at. But like, so what are you doing, Ollie? And I've always asked people, and people say to me
That's
like,
my point.
"Oh, I don't know." And like, the reason I ask that is because if you're telling me you don't do the coaching, and you're not on
What
the
do you
field
do?
with a man, then what are going for you, bro? Because like, you ain't got no admin to do. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's
What are
my
you
question
on?
to you guys. What do you think he's doing? Because I don't know.
You know what he's doing, Bits? You know what he's doing, Bobs? Vibes. That's what he's there on. Like my brother Tox always says, that's what Manchester cardio and vibes. That's what we do there on the vibes thing, isn't it? Literally what it is. We'll win some games because of the ballers we have. We'll have good results. We'll have bad results. The only thing consistent about Manchester United is our inconsistency. That's literally it. Like we are consistently inconsistent. Go on, Statman.
But I think that's the frustrating thing with Ollie. I'm fine if you're not going to take the training and you're going to be like a Sir Alex Ferguson mode towards the end of his regime, but hire the coaches which are good enough. Kieran McKenna, Michael Carrick, inexperienced. Mike Phelan, clearly not good enough. Are you correcting this? Are you bringing in coaches? Because Steve Bruce done it. He brought in Graham Jones. Gareth Southgate is now brought in Graham. Even Southgate brought in Graham Jones now for the Euros.
Fuck
Is Ole Solskjaer bringing in another coach? The answer's no.
Wait.
What is Graham Jones? Where was he at previously? What had he done previously?
I have no idea, but Steve Bruce brought him in.
He's an known coach. He's a known coach.
Okay.
That seems to do well, like on the actual, like actually gets involved in stuff. And he's known by players and stuff. So players listen. That's just a good move. What, you bring in someone that's a good coach? Look, how many times did Fergie change coaches? Steve McLaren, Brian Kidd, Carlos Queiroz, Rainy Monenstein, Mike Phelan when he wasn't wearing his shorts. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
like Mike Phelan.
You know, it's not.
But like shorts in the building.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that give yourself the best chance. Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, you invite a girl over. You gonna buy some prosecco. You gonna buy some drink. Give yourself the best chance. Spray a little aftershave. You know what I'm saying? Open the window. Make some fresh air. Make sure the house, the bedroom clean. Give yourself the best chance of a positive outcome. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you?
Facts. I love that analogy as well. That's a great analogy, innit? You give yourself, and you should do that just in life, wherever you're going into, whatever task you are faced with, give yourself the best opportunity and best possible chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that, like, you might not get it. You might not be the best, but at least give yourself the best possible opportunity, because the person above you might flop. They might flop.
Exactly.
Like, as we've seen this season with Liverpool and Chelsea, they both flopped this season. And guess what United did? Yes, we overtook them both. But what did we didn't do with Manchester City, who weren't great before they went on that run? People forget that. They weren't great. And maybe we could have applied some pressure. Maybe we could have applied some pressure. Well, we'll get to this, and everyone as well. Before we continue, please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Whether you're watching this live or watching this back on YouTube right now, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share it across all the socials, and make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell when you do. We're also on Twitch. Make sure you follow us on Twitch as well. Go on, Statman.
Someone said they ain't capable of bringing in like certified people, and that's why he sticks with Carrick. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whether people like it or not, has hired people who won't question him in a way. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer brings in an experienced coach, he's going to question him. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's power decreases. That's all it is.
And that's a pussy's way of thinking it, because do
Exactly.
you know what, yeah?
He needs help.
Man, you no, because you don't work. If you ain't gonna try and work hard, you work smart, yeah. What? So I'm the manager. I'm on the payroll as a manager. Calm. Let me go get some real man coaches. Win the games, win the trophies. I'ma take the plaudits.
He will as well.
I'm
He's the
say
manager.
something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, give
I hear what you're
yourself
saying.
stats. At the end of the day, yeah, like, I know I usually
I'm sorry to cut you off, Bits and Bobs. Hey, you lot
Yeah,
in
man.
the comments as well have a difference in opinion, yeah. But like I said, I always say on this channel in the comments, keep it respectful to each other, innit? Have a difference in
Yeah, man,
opinion.
it's just football. Come
No
on, man.
personal
We're all trying
attack.
to debate.
It's just football. Me and Statman always disagree. Never once has it become personal with us. Never ever. And we always constantly disagree on the Poch Nangelsman thing, for an example. You know what I'm saying? So keep it respectful. You see, all four of us on here is no beef in it. Have differences in opinion. Absolutely fine. No problem with that. No name calling though. I will just block people in that. Like, we're not having that. No need to be calling out names and that. You know what I'm saying? No need for that. But go on, carry on, Bits. My bad.
No. I'm just saying that, like, you know, like, you're saying Statman made a great point, and that is what's happening, yeah. And we need to remember though, like, Fergie. Okay, he talks about Fergie, but I always think to myself, did you listen to Fergie or do anything? Because what Fergie done was absolutely astronomical. He was like, remember the systems went from 4-4-2 to 4-3-3 to 4-5-1. He brought in foreign coaches that were able to coach the players the European way, so he could try and keep up with them. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Also, what people don't realize, Fergie had a psychologist, okay, and he brought in a mentality how do they keep being number one? You keep reminding them that they're still second. Okay? He brought in coaches. He changed the surroundings. But you've got a man like Michael Carrick and McKenna. Now, real talk here, if I'm an established footballer, yeah, and I don't even come from Manchester, I ain't listening to Carrick. I couldn't give a shit what you tell me, bro. Like, real talk. Do you know what? I've played football for Rangers, Clyde, Raith Rovers, yeah? There are some coaches that I've had and be like, yeah, whatever, mate. it's just the way it is. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? But I tell you what, yeah, if a bad man coaches, I'm like, raw. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, wow, okay, I'm going to listen to you. You know when Mourinho came in, people don't like him, Van Gaal came in, but they won. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? I ain't trying to tell my grandkids, my children, as a player, yeah, I won 30 goals a season, 12 the year, but I want to be like, yo, I won the European Cup. You get me?
Yeah. I
You
hear
buy
you.
into the manager's CV.
Yes.
You can't do that with Carrick and McKenna.
Yeah,
or coaches and stuff.
That's why CVs matter, because if you go to a new club and its culture's won, if you get under Carlo Ancelotti, who's won multiple Champions leagues across the world, has managed Kaká, Ronaldinho, multiple top players, Maldini, probably been managing at the top level as long as you've been alive. If you're going to listen to what he says, you're going to listen to it because it's like, right, it holds weight. It holds substance. You know what I'm saying? And that it holds substance. I want to get to this though, the weekly update. I will get to this. You lot, before we close out the show, any further questions on Manchester United, ask us and we will answer. Weekly update here. So you guys discuss Haaland at all. Will it impact the Sancho deal? We'll start with you, Statman. So what's your thoughts on Haaland? Did you see it impacting the Sancho deal?
I don't think Haaland will leave this summer at all, because I think Borussia Dortmund won over £150 million. That's never going to happen. No club's that stupid to pay that much money for him, especially next year with his release clause going like back down and stuff in it. So I think clubs will just hold out on Haaland for another year. Sancho, I think Sancho's basically done. I think he will come United this summer. United are not going to be that stupid to make the same mistake again.
You think?
That's true as well.
Hold my beer in it. You know what I'm saying? Or I should say hold my JD in it. I don't know about that.
Maybe not Manchester United, but one thing I always say about Sancho, he will leave. Because say even if he has a half-decent Euros, Chelsea probably need a winger. Chelsea, I think, he's for Chelsea, I think he is. That's his childhood club.
He does.
So Chelsea will be linked with him, man. You know Roman Abramovich.
Statman, see the Haaland thing, yeah?
Yo, Bits and Bobs, answer that then as well. What's your thoughts? Do you see the Haaland at all impacting the Sancho deal?
Yeah, because they're not going to want to get rid of both. As a business, it doesn't make sense to sell both your assets. But see, the Haaland thing, yeah, I'm not going to lie, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a Tammy Abraham and a Ziyech involved in that Haaland deal. Because if you think about it, if Dortmund was smart, you'd be like, all right, cool, give me a striker and a winger, and I'll sell both of them. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Because Tammy Abraham is surplus. Ziyech, did Ziyech get on in the cup final? He didn't, did he?
Nah, he might go off the
Ziyech,
bench.
Tuchel doesn't really use Ziyech. So think about it. Like, it could still happen. And remember, Roman Abramovich loves football. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? He loves football and he wants Chelsea to do well. The Sancho thing, listen, we all said this last season. We
I
think
was
it's
sold.
done.
I was sold.
I'm not even commenting on it because, personally, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up at Liverpool because it's Man United dealing with it.
No, don't say that. Man.
I'll ask you this question. I'll ask you this, yeah?
Go on.
Why would you come to Man United right now? What's so attractive about Man United?
Money.
Besides the money.
gonna
Besides the money.
It's a money
Besides the
thing, fam.
money.
It's literally the money
It is,
thing.
isn't it?
Yeah, he's literally the money.
It's literally the
That's
money
it.
and the
but let-
prestige.
let me
If
ask
you are English on Manchester United as well, you can sell it. Before you answer that question, you answer that question as well, Harrison. Do you think the Haaland deal would affect the
Bruv.
Sancho deal?
I think, with these Haaland rumors coming out, I feel like if Man United have any bit about them, they'll go and like wrap up this deal now and do it a lot quicker. Because what you do, is Dortmund will. I feel like if Haaland starts to get in talks and that Chelsea offer the piece, Dortmund might be like, bro, Haaland, you chill this year, fam. Sancho, you chill. Haaland's going, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? And if we get in
One
that
sec,
position,
keep going. Keep the show going.
yeah, I was gonna say,
no worries.
if Man United get in the position, where we don't get Sancho, we're gonna look like a full-time embarrassment. And if we don't get him this season, we won't get him next season because you'll have 1 year left on his contract. I'm pretty sure he's got 1 year left, And bruv, all these other teams like Chelsea, they'll get him. Liverpool will probably snatch him up because he'll be on the cheap. So,
But with Borussia Dortmund, I do feel like they're a selling club. I think if the right price comes in for both, they have to sell both, and they will sell both.
no, but you know what?
What's his release clause next season?
Haaland, I think it
75.
goes down. Yeah, I think it goes down to like 70s, 60s or something.
So if you think about it right now,
And if you're
from a
Haaland,
business point of view, you sell him now, innit? Because you get double the money.
no, but
You know
I
what I'm trying to
think
say?
if you're Haaland, people need to remember his age is Mina Raiola. If you're Haaland, you wait until next year. The fee for Haaland, the transfer fee is gonna be less, so they can spend more money on wages. And
But the
agent
agent fees,
yeah. So I think Haaland stays for another year.
Yeah, but do you know what? Yeah, from a football point of view, I think it makes sense for him to stay another year. Get another good season, score 30 plus goals. Just establish Champions League campaign for Dortmund. You never know. I'm with you. I think Sancho's gone though.
Yeah,
I don't know who to. I do not know who to. Yeah, but listen. Big up. Whilst Force is not here, everyone, make sure you smash a like. Listen. Flawless is working hard. He's bringing you all types of content, man. Look at the guests. We got the STATMAN in the building. Yeah. Listen, the STATMAN in the building. Yo, come on. We got man like Harris, and it is so what? It's your boy Bits and Bobs. Come on, smash that like. Yeah, get your questions in. And give Flawless his flowers. But next thing, I can't really think with the comments. But STATMAN, if Sancho goes here, do you think it's definitely Man United?
I would like to hope so, and I think it will be just because I think United. Let's be honest here, the Glazers have messed up. They know Sancho's gonna. We saw it last year. Sancho will suck in the entire fan base. The number 7 shirt, he has his night boot already. The guy is just so marketable and stuff, innit? So for a business point of view, I just think Jadon Sancho makes sense. He's gonna be England's golden boy for the next 10 years as well.
So you say England's golden boy for the next 10 years, yeah? Do you think so? Because I think he doesn't have the right complexion to be the next England golden boy. I think they're going to try and pin it on someone like Declan Rice, personally.
Foden,
Yeah, but I just think
Foden,
I think that's only right now just because he's playing in the Bundesliga. Once he comes to the Prem and he rips it up, because he's a top quality player, he will do that.
Yeah, facts.
Let me ask.
Watch everyone gas up Sancho then.
No, but let me
but
ask
that's
you
what I'm
this.
asking you though. Is it confirmed? Do you think it's in the bag that he's coming to Man United? Because we've seen this before. We thought Timo Werner was going to go to Liverpool, and then boom, he signed for Chelsea. Like, would you be surprised if he signed for Chelsea?
I just think it depends on the Euros. If he has a good Euros, then a lot more teams will be interested in him. But I don't think we'll start in the Euros. So I think United right now should have a clear bolt on Jadon Sancho.
Okay, my question is, would you be surprised if he ends up at Chelsea, yes or no?
No, because he supported them as a kid, and I think if he's offered Chelsea United same money, he chooses Chelsea any single day of the week.
That's why I'm not holding my breath, innit? Like with the Henny and Coke, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just hold it.
But I just think United will flex a bit more financially, pay Sancho a bit more, and he will come.
But when do you think this deal will be wrapped up? I feel like end of July, personally. I can't lie. I feel like they're gonna long this one out, bro.
After the Euros now.
Nah, do you know what? Because he's in England, didn't it? And I was watching Mr. Aaron United, and I kind of agree with his philosophy. They probably will touch base with him, and be like where they meet half and half, or he goes somewhere.
No, the only reason I don't think that can happen is because of COVID bubbles and stuff, innit? Because I think if once Sancho leaves the COVID bubble, then he's in a bit of a sticky situation.
Yeah, they could also get the doctors from England's camp to do the medical. But
I think once you're spending that much money on a player, you kind of want your doctors doing the medicals and stuff, innit?
This is Man United, bro.
I'm not saying United's doctors or medical team are brilliant, but I just think that would be the logic.
This is the same Man United medical team that said Pogba was fine and Pogba had to go do his own thing, you know? Do you know what it's like to get a second opinion as a professional footballer? Are you mad?
Yeah, I'm not saying United's medical team is brilliant, but I just think that's United's logic going into this.
But low-key, don't you think, like, as weird as this sounds, it's kind of improved since last season, like, the medical team, yeah? Because players are coming back a lot quicker. Like, that's the only thing. Because it's like, how are all these players
why are they
coming back a lot quicker?
Because Ollie's playing them. Let's
No, I know that, but like last season, yeah, a player would be out, yeah, and it's like they would be out and you wouldn't see him for a bit. Like, I can't give you straight examples in it, just from my recollection in it. But
at the same time, he's played players who have been injured. Rashford.
Yeah, that's true. Though. You just I think they just got better injections.
Rashford said he had Rashford said he had multiple injuries. Though he's crazy. He didn't say one or two, and after the final, he said, "What going on?"
Well, he said a couple other players were like in the same situation as him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why are you just running these men into the ground to get past Villarreal or Newcastle at home? Or it's not like you're playing prime Barcelona, and that's no disrespect to those teams, but I'm like, utilize what you have. The backup we have is not an issue. Like, Juan Mata's not the worst backup you can have as an attacking player. Donny van der Beek, you know what I mean? Cavani, Diallo. Like, these are not bad players. Whether you think they're at the top of the crop, no, but they're not bad squad players to have when you have Liverpool, who are bringing on Shaqiri and Derek Origi and the Ox. You know what I'm saying? You see the level difference. They have a number 9 who doesn't score goals. Well, it is what it is, isn't it? Mad. But I hope you lot yeah, go on, Harris, go on.
I just wanted to say, the whole thing is, yeah, I don't know why this fucking Man United DNA shit is obsessed with this striker, yeah, because I genuinely believe, yeah, the Man United DNA is a heroin injection, because everyone's fucking deluded, bruv, yeah. Everyone wants a fucking striker in that, yeah. But it's like, look at Chelsea and Man City. I said this to Devontae in it on the NBA streams, yeah. None of them had a player that had 20 goals or assists. And they both won the major trophies, bruv. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It is not necessary, yeah? It's not a fucking absolute must, yeah, where you need a bloody 30 goal a season striker. You don't. Because you know what it is? How the man won them trophies? You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, we are crying out for a midfielder and we're getting linked to flipping Winks.
You know what a striker does? If you sign a world-class striker, he guarantees 20 goals, and that just hides your deficiencies as a club, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like Tottenham shambles. Harry Kane, 24 goals, I think it was, 23 goals. Bang.
Like that. And
he looks a bit.
He gets injured, yeah.
And then Tottenham look a bit all right, kind of thing. That's what a world-class striker does. Just hides your deficiencies.
But let me say this, though, yeah? You see, for example, and this is why I think, like, the defensive midfielder are low-key important. I think, yeah, Virgil van Dijk being out is more detrimental than if Salah was out for the season. But I'm telling you that now. I feel like Liverpool could last a bit more if Salah was out. I think they'd come higher if Salah was out. But
I think the problem with Liverpool this year was kind of like they had so many injuries and they had to reshuffle. So even though their defenders were technically out, they had to move Henderson. Like, I don't rate Henderson, but factually he's one of Liverpool's most important midfielders.
But
the points per game with him.
Did you see what happened when he stopped doing the little playing his centre midfielders and centre backs? He just played the centre backs and centre backs, even though they were young. Did you see the difference?
Yeah, but I think that's what happened when he kept the midfielders in midfield.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. That's what Jurgen Klopp's biggest mistake was this year. So even though Van Dijk got injured, I think it looked worse because of how he handled it with the midfielders dropping back.
He did. He did exactly what City did the season before, which is not replacing not Company left, not signing a centre back for Pep.
Yeah.
The season after, Lovren left. Yes, Lovren is not a quality, but still sign a centre back for your squad in case you get injuries. Because I remember Stroh going on big mad about this, and he was up in arms about Liverpool not signing a centre back, and he's like, because I was fearful of this happening. Then you're playing the same way City had Fernandinho playing at centre back. You take him out of his midfield role. They had Fabinho play, and you see the difference when Fabinho does play central midfield.
And then you get to move Thiago a bit more further forward, and Thiago was looking good towards the end of the season.
And then you get a better Thiago, and then you get a better attack. But yo, love to everyone who has been locked into the show. We've had way over 50 people watching for the majority of it across all platforms. Big up to each and every one of you lot. Like I said, ManDem United, we're going to continue to try and bring you these all-star lineups, you know what I'm saying, across the summer. But yo, Statman and Bits and Bobs have made it difficult for whoever's coming in next and that. They making my job more difficult. Now I got to go try on Thursday's episode and then next week, Tuesday and Thursday. But you'll see them both back as well. Obviously, Statman, this was his debut today. Bits and Bobs has been on the channel before, but I'll be getting them both back on. But yo, Statman, we'll start with you. Anything you want to add first and foremost, and plug all of your socials as well?
Just go subscribe to the YouTube now.
Statman BAINS. Make sure you go subscribe. Are you going to be doing live streams on there, or are you just going to be doing the pre-records, or both?
I don't know. My first video is going to be my England starting 11, innit? So I'll record that today and upload that on Thursday.
Okay, big. All right, make sure you lot subscribe to Statman BAINS. Obviously, you'll catch him on this channel. You'll catch me and him both on the Red Talk and rants as well. Probably going back and forth with the Poch and Anglesman thing, innit? That's going to be a long, ongoing saga. Yo, Bobs, blessed having you, my G, as always. Anything you want to add and plug all your socials as well, and anything you got going on?
Yeah, listen, Flawless, man. Always love for you, bro. When you're away, I was bigging you up as well, man. I just
Appreciate
think, guys, listen, I just want to salute you, Flawless, man. Keep going, bro. Literally, very happy. I'm happy I'm in progress. As a friend, I'm proud, man, to see what you're doing now. Members, flipping super chats, communities, bro. Big up to yourself, man. Literally. Statman, congrats on the YouTube channel, man. You'll go far. Listen, I am Bits and Bobs. I took a sabbatical for a few weeks. I'm doing uni and stuff. People don't know, but I'm doing stuff with BBC in the background in Scotland.
Okay,
the voice something. You lot will see it soon. If it ever goes on the actual BBC or on their social media. But yeah, Bits and Bobs YouTube channel at Bits and Bobs _ on YouTube. Twitter and Instagram, and yeah, man, don't worry, things are coming out. I host a Liverpool podcast called Coping Mechanism. I host a Chelsea podcast called Corn on the Cobham, and that United podcast. And listen, make sure you like and subscribe to Sarcasm City. Let's get this big one. Let's get this
man.
big.
Big up, like Bits and Bobs said there. We mentioned the Liverpool show. You can catch Ryan, who's on here on the Q&As on that show.
Yeah,
I've been a guest on the United podcast as well. So yeah, make sure you go subscribe to Bits and Bobs, because not only, like I said at the start, is he building his individual brand, he's also attempting to build an empire and is growing in it. So make sure you subscribe to Bits and Bobs. Make sure you subscribe to Statman BAINS. Harris as well, the young OG and that. Anything you want to add before we bounce, and plug anything you've got going on?
Bruv, I just want to say, yeah, bruv, to all the man, come watch the NBA streams, innit? Because the man are popping, innit? The streams popping, innit? Not them, but the man are popping, but you know what I'm trying to say, innit? Yeah. You, man, watch the NBA streams coming up. Watch it on Twitch. Shout out the Twitch and all of that. Love to all these man here. Love to everyone on this panel and that. You, man, can find me on this Twitter. You, man, can find my Twitter on this handle here, innit? That's my Twitter there, but if anyone wants to see, bruv, it's the latest Twitter in the world, so that's all I can say, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? I got the validation from Flawless here, so that just tells you everything, innit? But I'll come on, people, man. Just subscribe, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? We're trying to go to international, man. I'm trying to see us, bruv. I'm trying to see us in Antarctica, people from Antarctica watching, bro. Don't watch that, innit? That's
facts, yo. You know what I'm saying? Eskimos tuned in and that. That's what we're hoping for. Like Zane says, big up the NBA stream still. There's an upcoming live stream section on the YouTube channel as well. So that lets you know all the upcoming shows. So not only do you get live watch-alongs, which Harris mentioned with the NBA playoffs, you'll get live Euro watch-alongs. You'll also get live Copa America watch-alongs, and all the other shows will continue as well. So you'll still get the ManDem United shows.
Tune into
Gonna talk from the Arsenal, as well. Get them City, all them type of shows. The Q&As will still continue. All of the shows continue. Sarcasm City podcast, current affairs. Or we're going to continue to provide content with great content creators, and over the summer months definitely get special guests in Also, yeah, man, Zano says Eskimos facts, man. That's what it is. Disgruntled blogger says consumer send Ollie to Antarctica and that.
Bro, I will book him a first class flight there, bro. If he wants
Pay
to
his
go
Uber
chill
and
there,
that. We'll all pitch in for his flight and that. You know what I'm
Man
saying?
can
And
go,
that, like,
bro.
it's-
Nah, bro, I'm driving. Where
Yeah, man said I'll drive him. Man said I'll drive him. Raphael G says, big up Scrapman, Flawless, Bits and Bobs and Harris. Like I said, if you're following me on Twitter, you can find all their Twitter accounts. If you follow me on Instagram, and that's me, Flawless, you'll find all of them Instagram accounts tagged in my latest post on Instagram and my latest tweet on the Twitter. Please make sure membership, Harris mentioned that as well. And please subscribe to the channel, man. Road to 3K so we can do that 3K subscriber party. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be absolutely lit.
Man.
So keep subscribing. I think we're under 200 away now. Zane is saying it there, yeah, man. Big up the NBA streams.
They're lit. Still.
Yeah, facts, 100%. Big up Stroll, man. You know what I'm saying? My done Stroll in the building.
Big
You
up
can catch
Stroll,
me on From a
man.
Fair Life
Oh,
View. Salute all the
salute
ManDem.
to you, bro. God bless you and your
Stroll.
family, man.
Yes, love to Stroll. That's my bro right there. Bless up to everyone in the chat. Big up Flawless, Harris, Statman, and Bits and Bob says Bullet. Just gonna
Shout
blog
out the chat, man, bro. Shout out these, man, bro.
He's saying, yeah, man, love to everyone in the chat. Whether you're watching live and you comment or you watching live and you chill. Disgruntled blogger says, I'll pay the delivery charge. Sergio, the Jamaicans just found the channel. Subscribe. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, like I said, here to Statman Bains and Bits and Bob's channel as well. Yeah, man. JB here says, big up Flawless, Harris, Statman and Bobs. Big up all the mods. Big up everyone in the chat. Yeah, big up the mods in the chat. Love to Mimi as well. She says, love you, Flawless. My peoples, keep doing this king shit. It suits you. Love to Mimi every single time. But yo, love to everyone, man, who continues to support the channel. Dan as well, my guy out here. But this has been the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. And this show will be back next